show! From Michael Bay to Marvel, UK and everyone on in between. Breaking news and toy reviews, every robot turns wet dream. Grab a brew and join the crew, become part of our scene. Bring your own, let's drink our own, make sure you're at least 18. Welcome to the show, the party and the grow. Friday nights, let's go, Transformers the show.
I'm sure that there's more of us.
Oh, we're getting some mic feedback from somewhere and someone. Right. Good evening and welcome to Transformers the Show, episode 293. We've got loads to show you and talk about tonight. Amongst our news, we've got a new Wheelie figure, a new Outback figure. We've got Missing Link RC, 2 different versions. And we've got all the other usual gubbins that we do every single week, like pickups, our social corner. We have a quiz, and we will finish with a discussion. And in tonight's discussion, we're going to be talking about a couple of things. We're going to be talking about toy collecting trips we've been on, and we're also going to be talking about non-transforming Transformers and whether there might be just a little bit too many of them at the moment. We shall see. I'm joined, as always, by my wonderful co-host, Pete. How are you tonight, Pete?
Very well, thank you, sir. Hope you are too.
Excellent. I'm feeling full of the joys of whatever this storm is called. Is it storm, Amy? I can't remember. Whatever it's called. What are we drinking tonight, Pete?
Do you know this evening's tipple is made by a reasonably local brewery called Brixton, and this is their Alliance. It's a pale ale, and it's a positively citrus, easy pine flavour at a very modest 4.2%.
Wow.
Very sensible. Very sensible.
A session IPA. That's what the kids call it.
Well, let's get on a session then. Also joining us are 2 wonderful guests. No, they are. It's Primetime Moff from Primetime Toys, our wonderful friend of the show and collaborator on many things. How are you doing, Moff?
I'm very well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Nice to see you rocking that awesome shirt once again. We might talk a little bit more about that as we go on. And also, as I have to now legally introduce him, it's Instagram sensation. It's Sam from Sam's Formers. How are you doing, Sam?
I'm very well, thank you, sir. How are you?
I am
very well indeed.
Splendiferous.
Thank you for having me as well.
Always a pleasure to have both of you on. Always. So I think we'll crack on and let's do some of our always popular news.
I talk some TV, and now the news. Don't touch that dial.
Let's start with the important news. You're watching this ball. Anyway, oh no, how did this slip into the news? That's right.
What happened?
Newcastle United destroyed European opposition. Not the first time we've destroyed Belgian opposition either. 4-0 in the Champions League. I know everybody's interested in that, so you're welcome. And now we'll move on to actual Transformers news, shall we? And let's.
How did your team got on in Europe this week, Sam?
Hey,
here we go.
No.
Sorry,
We didn't lose.
That's
true. That is very true. You can't argue with that. You cannot argue with that, can you? If you don't compete, you don't even lose. Right,
Sorry,
Missing
mate.
Link RC. So we got loads of photos of this. We're going to click through. Guys, obviously, please chime in with your thoughts as we go along. Just to be clear, we'll be showing the G1 version, which is the one that you can see. I mean, they're both G1, I suppose. But the G1 cartoon version, as some people are referring to it, which is the version on screen at the moment, and the prototype toy version, which is the one in my opinion, hideous colours. But anyway, your opinions, guys. What do we think? There's RC. For anybody who doesn't know what RC looked like in Transformers the movie, there she is.
Oh, that was RC. Oh, I get confused.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to tell, isn't it? There were so many female Transformers in that film. And there's car mode.
That looks great.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, that colour suits it much better, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that I thought it was just a recolor, but I think there is some small differences, which you might see as we go through the photos. And I know Sixo's got a video up now with both figures, which after the show you can go and watch if you wish to. where he takes a look at both figures in hand. So that's something to go and watch this evening once we're done here.
Yeah, after the show.
Why is it that the one in the pink and white works better for me than the one on the right, which just looks bad to me?
You want it pink and white. Let's be honest. Everybody's kind of going like, if you're picking one of the two, you're going to go pink and white. But it's the aspect of like, we know that we're getting Ultra Magnus one. They're going to do Ultra Magnus in the Delta Magnus colours. This is where the prototype comes from, isn't it? It's like the pre kind of movie bit. So each of the versions of the toy, they've given you an alternate colours. This is the right colour to do that toy in, because it's that prototype. It's the one that never happened. Display wise, I'll display RC in like robot mode, but I'll get both because I'm an idiot.
I think you made a good point there, though, because like to me, this list, it looks like it should be a G1 toy. Like it is a G. I know it is, and people, well, it is. But it looks like it just fits in perfectly, like these group shots that we're going to be looking at here. I should say,
it makes me want the rest of those toys in
exactly,
and I'm like, oh, well,
I should say,
I guess I'll have to buy them.
The photos we looked at earlier were from Amos Go on Facebook, and these photos came from Weibo user, our personal favorite, Uranus, who shared these in-hand photos. And, a lot of people are getting these in hand now. So, yeah.
I'm like, when I look at the prototype colours, it looks a bit like Wheelie's colours. Like, is Wheelie his mum? Like, there's a relation there.
Maybe. Make it canon.
How much is it?
Will that make Wheelie suck less? We shall find out.
How much is it?
That's an excellent question. Do we have a price? I'm guessing about £80, the same as the Lambo twins.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it might be slightly more. I think it might be kind of 85, 90, but it's not. It's within this kind of same ballpark. It's not like Magnus price.
Can I ask, Moff, if it's not cheeky, will you be able to get any of these as stock for primetime toys, or are these really hard to get?
No, so I have ordered stock, but I've ordered stock from UK supplier. So how the new T-Spark stuff, they are available in UK stores. I know that obviously Cordon and things have been available for myself and demand and stuff, but those have been import. Hasbro Pulse have got this, so that's where I'm getting my stock from, which means I'm not getting it till November. So I'm absolutely gutted because I'm desperate for it. Yes, I'll have some. I'll hopefully have for a certain minicon in November.
I was just going to say, if it's November, yeah, fingers crossed. Perhaps a certain minicon that might be happening somewhere down south.
Is that not too much money, do you think? I don't know, 80, 90 quid.
Yes, ostensibly, but then ask yourself, I think if you're buying this, it's because you want to complete that movie lineup from 86, and you can't really, unless you use the modern figures, but then if you're a G1 person, you want G1 figures, and this essentially is a G1
No, and look, that's fair. I get that. It does seem a lot, doesn't it?
I think that's an argument across all the missing link, to be fair, Sam.
Yeah.
I think I've listed that response when they've seen even the Lambo twins feel a wee bit more than what you'd think. If they were just straight G1 reissues, you'd expect them to be cheaper. But we've got to remember that's a whole new engineering, especially this had nothing to base it on other than that kind of prototype. But it's see the collector's level. Look at the stuff it comes with it, the packaging, everything about it. It feels special. And I said this to you, Andy, when I first got the Optimus Prime. It just was like, it was such an experience opening it. It took me right back to childhood. Opening the Lambos, I'd only ever held a KO and a really rough Sunstreaker. See opening that up and getting out in pristine condition with all the little collector bits, the wee booklet that look like they kind of makes you feel as if you're back flicking through. I mean, I can't tell you how many hours I spent looking at that catalogue when I was a kid. So seeing getting that same feeling again, it was like, this is great. The bits like the rub sign on it, all those bits, it encapsulates so much. So for me, I look at it and go, the value is fine for me. And it's not going to be the same for everybody. But we all have different aspects of it. if it was a straight reissue, I think I would be like, this should be cheaper. But the extra level engineering, the extra stuff they do, I'm personally okay with it.
Fair enough.
And you have a choice, I suppose, as well. I mean, you've got this one that to me, that's like the movie RC, whereas you can get the prototype one, which some people want because it's such a rarity and it's such a, for some collectors, that's just incredible that they could have that, and that's that's fine too. It's whatever your preference is. And then we'll move on from Missing Link RC.
Just before we do that, Andy, can
go
we
on.
just clear up? A lot of people are asking in the chat if people have got their heating on, and if they're having their heating on in early October. Right. If you've
Not
got
yet.
your heating on, have a word with yourself. All right.
I mean,
Pause the
Pete,
show.
you're not the most subjective or
Allowed.
objective person on
October's
this.
okay for heating. October's okay.
Pause the show. Go and have a look in the mirror and ask yourself, what am I doing?
I mean, we're spending all this money on toys. I think the last thing
Yeah.
we need to spend that amount of money in heat. Pete, calm down.
That's how Pete funds he's collecting by never using the heating.
Emma, you freeze. I'll get
I
toys
don't
to
even know
buy.
where my thermostat is.
Put another jumper on.
Emma, there's an embargo on heating in our house. An embargo on heating, I tell you.
It's like being in the rebel base on Hoth when you're around Pete's house. But anyway, here is MPG Soundwave. Look, a bit of Star Wars referencing. MPG Soundwave again. Some new images from Takara. I'm not sure they're new, but this was put out again just to continue to whet people's appetite. Seems to be suggesting then that you get an accessory that gives you the Energon cubes.
I thought you got one of the original.
Yeah,
Well, there you go.
it's pretty much the same
Yeah.
accessories.
Right.
It's very much the same toy. But I'm still going to buy it because it's Soundwave.
I mean, the colour's good, isn't it? It's a better colour than the original. Well,
That's a matter of opinion, though, isn't it?
yeah. For me, I think it looks good colour-wise, but being the same mould is just a shame.
The only thing
That's
I'd
what
say
they're
that is, in my opinion, it's one of the best molds they've done. Like,
And you're right.
and that's the
How old is that mold? How old is that mold now?
At least 10. At least.
Because
no, it's
haven't
more
we
than
seen
that.
this a lot
I
from
got
Harvey
it before.
recently?
Oh, no.
We're seeing a lot of reuses of old molds in mainline
Yeah.
and now apparently in Masterpiece. Just repaint it and put it out there. So like the cost cutting and the money saving, and this is Takara rather than Hasbro. Obviously, if it was Hasbro leading it, but this is Takara, so it must be something both companies are having to.
I also think it debunks the argument of people, when MPG first launched, it's a whole new scale class. Well, this is the
Just
original
rebrand.
scale class,
Yeah,
so it's
exactly.
not just a
Yeah.
rebrand. Like let's now forget that and just kind of move on with it's a rebrandy name, but it's interesting.
It is an exceptional toy, though.
You're right.
really is.
Yeah.
Does it stand up as well as the modern stuff? Perhaps not, but it's not years behind.
No.
Like maybe we've seen with the Masterpiece cars now compared to, or the original Seekers and stuff.
Yeah.
Soundwave is there or thereabouts, and the fact that they're releasing it in that color, if you missed out on it the first time, because the first version goes for so much on the secondary market.
Yeah, I sold mine for
If you
quite
if you get an opportunity, I'm still trying to sell one. Anyone's interested? But with this version with these colors, I think it will fly.
Like we were talking about it in the chat, our private chat, like me and Paul were saying it, like that laser beak is just has that been surpassed? That is
probably the best
thing
one
we've ever done. Like all the little features of it, it's just, and the toy itself is. It might be a masterpiece, but it's very intuitive to transform. It's very fun to transform, and that go back to that Takara. Go back to that feeling. Give us toys that feel like that. Like give us the masterpiece that feel like that. That are not. I need to watch a 3-hour-long video just to try and remember how to transform that. This is not that.
And I think as well just one other.
Go on.
With the latter Masterpiece now that are doing that more ultra toon look, that was back when it was almost arguably in their heyday of they were nailing it back then of the mold, the link between toon and toy and sculpt, and it was really good. So bringing that mold back and with a redeco, Yeah, it might fit, as Pete says, everyone's hole that they're waiting to fill, so to speak. Yeah.
Must
I know-
not see it.
I couldn't stop myself because I couldn't think of another word. Then I was.
Well, let's look at some blockies because you know
Who are they?
Mick loves them, so let's do it. These were the blockies Transformers prototypes that were on display at Wonderfest 2025. We've got Tarn, Transformers Prime Optimus Prime, Transformers Movie 1 Megatron, Transformers Movie 1 Bumblebee. And the credit for this goes to Weibo user Notrab, who took these photos. So there is their Tarn from Blockies.
That's Action Edition. That's gonna be a big one. isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
the
a
sex
meaty
for it.
boy.
That's great, isn't it?
Meaty. I mean, look at the size of the fusion cannons. They're almost as big as the figure. Jesus.
He's trying to make up for something, isn't he?
Yeah, a little bit. Then we had, come on, there we go, touchpad work. Then we had Transformers Prime Optimus Prime. I
That's
think we
really
have.
exciting.
I think
Love
that
it,
looks
doing it.
stunning.
There's
I
one of
wasn't
those-
keen on the
Go down the
cartoon,
primary.
but that looks
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, definitely. That's a great representation of him. Then we have the movie. Well, it says Movie 1 Megatron. I don't think that is Movie 1 Megatron. That looks more like Dark of the Moon when he's
That's
injured.
it, yeah.
He's got
Is that
the
his
claw
big
hand.
speed?
I don't know.
I might be wrong though, but you know, that's
They've
what it
done a
looks like.
couple of that though, haven't they, of that mold already?
Yeah, because they've done.
Mm.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sure they've done. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not. It's not for me.
Chat's
And there's
turning
Bumblebee.
against Mick.
What's that? Sorry.
The chat is turning against Mick. This is.
Oh, is he coming out with his anti-blockies
Watch.
propaganda? Down
As
with
you
that
will.
sort of thing, Mick.
Join us, Mick. Join us.
Careful now. Anyway, let's move on. What have we got next? That's a good question. Let's do a little bit of oldie, not Audley, oldie Transformers. Their AAE new products, which are on display at Wonderfest 2025 again. Grimlock, Super Ginrai, or as we would call him, Power Master Optimus Prime, Ultra Magnus, Shockwave, Ironhide, IDW Cyclonus, and IDW Drift. Now we are going to have a bit of a discussion about these kind of figures, these non-transforming figures. But
How big
there's
are
one
they?
here that I'm excited for, and it's not Grimlock.
Prime looks quite cool actually.
Don't he? He does.
The Grimlock looks good. Don't get me wrong. You know, I'm not saying it looks bad to your face.
What scale are these? How big are these?
That's an excellent question. Moff, you've got some to hand. Are they about 6 inches?
That's big. Hold on.
Okay, cool.
Pete, look, I'm ready. Look,
I'd say about
Hey!
Transformers the
that's
show.
5 inches. 5 inches.
Yes, has that been checked by health and safety people? If not, we can't be having that on the show. Yeah, they're aren't they about 5-6 inches? These ones.
Yeah,
Were these
They're
the
cool.
blind box ones where you had to
Yeah,
buy
they
the whole
ones-
wave to get all
yeah.
of them?
Yeah.
So if you want all of the ones you can see on the screen now, you'd have to buy the whole wave, and even then, you're not guaranteed to get whatever the chase figure
The
is, in it,
chase
which
ones,
I
yeah.
think is the
No.
Megatron and the Comic Colors Galvatron.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. But they look good. I mean, this is the thing. If you're not bothered about transforming it, you just want something that looks a lot like the character, then these could do the job for you, I guess.
Yeah. The little Insecticons are the best bits of it. That's the only ones I've really kept. Well, other than Soundwaves, I've kept the Insecticons because I just think they're fun. And this one comes with a rat bat, so
The sassy pose, isn't it?
yeah.
Was a bit.
Grimlock's
Wait, till you see some of the
size in it.
crotch thrust later on. Oh, blow your mind. Grimlock looks good
Really
in
good.
both modes, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, but if I get them, man, I'm going to go, oh, they look really good. Shall I get the
And
rest?
there's Super
That-
Ginrai, which is Power Master Optimus Prime. Before anybody says these shoulder cannons are a bit short, they've been turned so they're facing towards us. That's why
That
they're
looks
shorter.
really nice. That
Does
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might
want that.
have to pick that one up somehow.
I want that one. I know a shop that will sell them, and they don't worry.
Do you? But are these blind bag ones though? Are these, not blind bag, blind box
no.
ones.
So they did the blind box of smaller ones, and then they've done these kind of elite style kind
Right,
of ones, which are kind
okay.
of fancy. I expect this is what these are. Well, it says elite, so I'm confident it is. They had the last batch had shattered glass.
Subtle hints.
I know, shattered glass, Soundwave, Starscream, and and some fancy Optimus. So I think that's what these are going to be.
Right.
So that means you don't need to buy a full set, Pete. If you want Grimlock, you can just buy a Grimlock.
Yes. That means I got really like Grimlock and I want the rest.
Highly posable prime.
Then I just go like this.
Cha-ching! IDW
that's
Cyclonus. And IDW Drift.
Crap, I want them all. Damn it.
Then we have some 3-0 stuff. So this is their MDLX Thrust is specifically the one that they've shown off just recently. If you like your cone heads, you like your MDLX, then there's a Thrust for you. I mean, they do look very nice, and they have sorted out the feet on the cone heads, which were a bone of contention for a lot of people. Hence why they sorted them out. I think they actually addressed the fact 3-0 did that they changed the feet after fan feedback from the original 3 Seekers. Anybody collecting any of these?
Nope.
Fantastico.
Not them. I got the Sideswipe and the Rodimus SDCC, the exclusive one. I mean, they're beautifully made. These things, really good.
Moderate crotch thrust there. Crotch thrust. See, get it? Crotch thrust. Anyway,
Gaz just said the same. The quality is unreal.
Yeah. I hear nothing but good things about it. But again, a non-transforming box, so more of a posable statue for you, or just an action figure. Depends how you look at it, really. There you go. Approximately 7.8 inches or 20 centimeters tall. Just checking that. 50 points approximately of articulation. Anyway, that looks nice. Very nice indeed. And for you MPG lovers, a lot of people seem to be getting this in hand now, which is Rat Trap.
Looks horrifically awful.
Shushed. Sam, be quiet.
Honestly,
This looks great. That's what you mean to say.
Hang on. Sorry, Sam. I think I misheard you. I thought you said that this looked terrible.
yes.
Did I hear that from you? Okay, right. Discuss. What is it you don't like about? Oh, look, God, has he got? Oh, well, I suppose it's his beast mode arms, but they're hollow.
I refuse to take part in this discussion.
Don't worry, he does that from time to time. Yeah, what is it, Sam? What do you not like about it? Let's just deal with that.
It's that I'll upset people. It's dumb.
Do it. It gets the
What the
clicks.
show's here for, Sam.
Oh,
we pick a hill and we die on it.
I guess
if we're going to stop insulting people, just stop the stream. Just leave it.
Yeah. I guess as a rat, it's a half decent looking rat, which I've said that many times in my life, and I don't think I'll say it again. And that's it. No.
That's all the positives you can think of.
Now the gold is nice. Okay, the gold color is quite nice, but the back of it is atrocious.
You mean the backpack?
There's not much you can do with that backpack, but to have that set, it's like
Take it off. Take it off.
Is it detachable?
Yeah, that'd be a one way to go about it, wouldn't it?
Right. Look,
But then you see,
I'm
if you
sure
have
that-
parts forming, people moan about that, don't they?
Yeah.
Especially if it's a masterpiece figure, you would imagine
You can't win.
that people would not be happy with parts like that. That's big parts forming if you have to take his entire backpack off because it's basically his beast mode out of shell.
I mean, that's what
Oh my god, he's a shell former.
I did that with the Studio Series RC. Like I did the kit to split it off, and
Yeah.
the RC looks gorgeous without it. And Sam's right, like this would look much better without the backpack, but you can't really do that unless you do the poke off. But I think it looks great. Can't wait for it.
It's just a rat. I just can't get past. It's a rat. Sorry.
Pete, what's your views on this?
I mean, I think Sammy's out of order. I think it was like a fantastic toy.
Just bringing our resident Beast Wars expert, Pete.
I think for all those Transformer fans that are missing a rodent in their collection, this will fulfill the role nicely. And I disagree. It doesn't look better in the bin. Definitely not. I think it's really good for the Beast Wars fans. They saved the franchise. They've now got a rat trap. We can
Tell
just
us, chat.
put Beast Wars to bed.
Tell us, chat. Tell us in the comments as well. Do you like this rat trap? Because Sam
If you
thinks
like
it's
it,
trash.
Yeah, but what do I know? And if people like it, then it's great. But
Exactly.
I don't.
Everybody's allowed to like whatever they want as long as
Exactly.
it's what I agree with. Now, by a Weibo user whose name again I can't read because it's not written in a form of writing I can read, and not just English. Flame Toys on Twitter have shown some images of the new Flame Toys Transformers model kits, again shown off at Wonderfest Shanghai 2025. So among these photos, you will see Kuro, Kara, Kuri, Shattered Glass Long Arm, Furai model Shattered Glass Optimus Prime, and the design for it that they did. Big Convoy, a prototype, which is I think what's on the screen right now, if I'm right. Black Arachnia, Starscream, Cyclonus, Diatlas, Galva Convoy, Beast Megatron, and G1 Megatron, and I think an Optimus Prime's in there, and possibly even a Bludgeon as we go through. So, has anybody got any of these? Would anybody get any of them as we're clicking through?
I've got
Definitely
a
Black
couple of them
Arachnia.
model kit. I've got the IDW Rodimus and Megatron, and they're lovely. The model kits are really nice wee kits. I know Pete needs to get the animated Prime.
Yeah.
Like it's a really fun. It's more complex. It's more like a Gundam kit than a blockies kit, but that's not a bad thing. It's not like a Warhammer kit. Oh, there's the animated one there. So yeah.
Yes, sorry. When I said Optimus Prime, I meant the animated version. I should have said that.
So
And Banzai-tron.
I've ordered that. I've ordered both. I don't know which I want, but I'll get both. I'll probably order the Bludgeon. It's Bludgeon. Panzertron's cool. They are good fun kits. They are like I did thoroughly enjoy putting together the Megatron. I thought it was really fun. So go for these.
What is it?
Out the crotch thrust on that boy. I mean, if your Shockwave, Long Arm, and your crotch thrust is going beyond the chest, that is some serious back-breaking crotch thrust that we have going on right there. That is immense.
Every time I see it,
it does.
Yeah.
Shockwave. Woof.
There's the Shattered Glass Prime, and I think the next photo or picture is the artwork that they used for the design, and I assume the artwork that will be on the packaging or something.
Yeah, that's cool.
All very nice, though. All very nice. And then we'll go back to a bit of blockies for Nick. So blockies have been showing off again at Wonderfest 2025 their blockies wheels. So you've got some Transformers themed ones that we can see on there. So there's clearly what looks like a Hound, there's Optimus Prime, there's what we assume is Mirage, and then bottom right, people have suggested that looks like Scamper from Metroplex, which might feed into something else. Top left corner, somebody did suggest what it might be, and I can't remember off the top of my head. So why not live chat? Why not tell us what you think it is, or tell us in the comments if you think it's not live.
Mick thinks it's oh no, that's not her.
Yeah.
It's who? Anyway, there you go. There it is. Nice little Optimus Prime truck mode.
Is that a Diaclone figure, or is it just a like Diaclone figure?
The information because this came direct from Blockies doesn't actually say anything about what the little figures are. So I wonder if you get the little figure to sit inside. Because if you look at the Mirage in the background, it looks like there's a little figure, at least a prototype, in there. So maybe you get them.
It kind of looks like the modern Diaclone reboot figures. It looks like that.
They're also doing Batman, if you like a bit of Batman as well.
Yeah.
They're also doing whatever that is, because they haven't said on their information what these are specifically.
Some of them are their own designs, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
And these, again, I'm not sure if they're supposed to be anything specific. Could be Transformers, but I don't think they are. Yeah, and then that was their setup that they had. So this was all revealed this last week.
I love they frames. See when they do the frames with the blockies.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Sell them and they would do well.
Then they showed off the MPG-17 Optimus Prime and MPG-60 Nucleon Quest Super Convoy as well at Wonderfest, and these came from Uranus. Thank you, Uranus. We do like Uranus.
Oh, that is good.
Title of your.
I'm saying nothing. There's Prime in his truck. I have to admit, I think this looks nice. I like the fact it's a little bit of a twist on your traditional Prime, and it's tried to incorporate different elements of different Primes down through the generations. I think that's cool. And this I just love. I think this, we may see something that this was inspired by later on, but this is just
looks good,
nice.
Yeah,
You're going to get it.
Very, very nice.
Yeah, I've ordered it.
You're going to get it.
I have it on pre-order.
Ooh,
I have it on pre-order. So I mean, yeah, I suppose so. But I haven't tried this mold out yet. I haven't had the the Ginrai version.
I really like it. I really like it. I think it's great.
I agree completely. And then there they are next to the Predaking as well. That we've seen. What's it called? Machina, the Damas Machina. I think they call it. Anyway, I think there's more photos of that possibly coming up later on, and you can see Missing Link and Ultra Magnus in the background. Yeah. But we've seen loads of pictures of him recently, so yeah. Then we got this. So 3-Zero's MDLX Comic Edition Cliff Jumper, which I assume is based off the recent Skybound comic books, just from the style of the art that we have there. And there's also a Prime, for which we have more photos of later on. But there's Cliff Jumper. Would you be tempted to pick up?
Totally over the Megatron arm now. I'm like,
yeah,
again,
it's played out.
Like, come on.
But you were going to get this probably for another couple of years. They'll keep doing it. I'm bored of it already. I was bored of it a while back, to be honest. It's like, great, Megatron's arm again. But if you like it, that's fine.
You're wrong, but it's fine.
This country.
Throwing around the word fine tonight quite a lot.
Be very liberal. I thought they were bigger than 12 centimeters, though. This is obviously not a
he has a mini drop, isn't he? Yes, a mini drop.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So if he's going to
Jesus,
scale,
12 centimeters is nothing in it, really.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I didn't think it was great. I mentioned this before. So this is Takara's Transformers AMT-02 Predaking and AM201 EX Lost Light Rodimus. There again, we're on display at Wonderfest, and again, Uranus showed us these. So thank you again to him. I mean, it looks fierce, but
it's like 15 grand, isn't it? It's just,
and I don't think it's big enough. So you compare it to that.
It's not. No.
The Nucleon Quest. It's just not in any head. The head scale's too small. If it's cheaper, I think I would be tempted. But
agreed.
If it's priced, you kind of want it to be.
Yeah, I like the look of it. Price is prohibitive. If you put these two in front of me and said, right, here's the prices of them, which we know, which would you? I think I'd be more inclined to want to pick up Lost Light Rodimus, just because I love the colors and I love that version of Rodimus.
Yeah. I mean, there's a KO version of the original of that coming. Are we going to get a KO of that? And is that potential opening a KO?
Nice. And then I did say there is this. So here's the 3-0 MDLX Optimus Prime comic book edition. And look, Moff, he's got Megatron's arm. But they certainly don't make a big thing of it. Oh, look, he's still got Megatron's arm.
It's canon, canon compensation in there as well, Tom.
Now he's got it back. Hooray! He still got it. I mean, he tooled up to help with it. Yeah. Now he's looking at the Matrix in a weird way. You can't open it, son. You've only got one arm. You can't open it.
He can't even grab it in his mouth. The other side.
Can't even grab it with his toes. Anyway, he's got an arm off. Oh, he's got an arm off, as they say in Shadow of the Dead. Yeah. There he is next to Cliff Jumper, so you get that idea of the scale between him. And he's 17.8 centimeters tall. But if you like the design from the comic book, you know, this is good. This is good for you. And you like the Megatron arm thing? He just doesn't seem to come with another Optimus Prime arm.
I was gonna say, does he not come with one of his arms as well?
No. He just not well. I mean, you can see the things that he supposedly comes with there. I'd want the Optimus Prime arm as well, but I'm sure they'll say, well, we've got a version with the Optimus Prime arm, so buy that one instead.
It does show the impact of the comic, though, that they are bringing out these
definitely
fishing licensed characters. Whilst it might not be for us, and it is getting a little bit Megatron on fatigue. Copyright trademark. Transformers the show. But
trades Mark. Who's Mark?
All
praise be to trademark.
See, you work for Hasbro too. Fantastic. Yes. It's a fusion cannon and Megatron's arm.
Yeah.
This was shared by Frederick Pham Chong, who was the designer and part of the design team for the Transformers Titan Powerplex. I think is that the name that they eventually went with, wasn't it? That was voted for. So that's the Battersea Power Station Titan that was revealed a few weeks ago, and he showed off this, which is basically he's created a set of instructions for how you could have a transforming version of this figure should Hasbro wish to do so, which obviously, you know, this is for those people who are fans of it is quite exciting. It kind of shows, well, hang on, this is doable. But will we get an official version? That is the question. And for those who don't know what it's supposed to look like, it's this, remember? Turns into the Battersea Power Station. Would you buy it if it came out, guys?
Yeah.
I shall take your stunned silence as yes.
Is that well? Depends how much it costs.
I would say it was unlikely. However, whoever bought it would probably really enjoy it.
Exactly. It's fine.
It's so fine.
We're not judging, I promise.
A solid 6 out of 10. Right, moving on. Switcraft on Facebook shared in-hand photos of his retro Seaspray that he has received. I'm not jealous or angry at all. And one of the things he mentioned was just how much bigger it is than you think it's going to be. Your sex tape. And there's some photos here that show it next to the last version we had, which was Power of the Primes, I think, Seaspray.
Oh, wow.
It was around that time anyway. So you get an idea of the difference in size. And there he is.
That's cool.
And you can see the difference in the alt mode. Very G1. I mean, it's supposed to be, obviously, but, you know, still.
It's really nice.
And that's it from behind. That's definitely not his head poking out there. Definitely not. Don't look where it looks somewhere else. That's not his head. And in packaging, I can't wait for this. Really annoyed with myself that I missed that. I'm trying to remember which company it was that had in. I think it was In Demand. Had some import stock, and I missed it. And I kick myself every day. Literally, just angry. Also a walking problem. But speaking of Retrobots, we had some reveals. It's Retro Outback, which we were all clamoring for. Everybody said, "Where's Outback?" Here he is. But he brought a friend, as we will see. Firstly, Outback. Excited? Not excited? Like the look of it?
I love the fact that it's got the M on it, the hood. Like, I'm loving the retro card backs. I think they're cracking. Like, I'm really enjoying them. So I'm looking forward to this.
It's nice to have an Outback, isn't it?
That transformation reminds me of a hidden gem.
What
to my eyes to
hidden
see
gem could that be, Pete?
That's using really well. Look at the head sculpt. It does suit it really well.
Does that? Can somebody make one of those Centurion drone things that was from the comic book story that took a swipe at him and nearly killed him? Let's have some of those things. Remember them? Or is it just me? Anybody in the chat remember them? Anyway.
Oh, with the
they had like proper claws. They look badass. A bit like Cylons, but yellow and Sorry, I've been watching some Battlestar Galactica recently. There he is in package. And here's his mate.
Slow your roll.
Wheelie. Is this the best looking Wheelie toy ever?
Yeah, but that's
you
not a hard bar.
decide.
That's not a high bar. Like, come on.
Oh,
I mean,
is this the most attractive turd ever? You decide. Wow, look at that fantastic.
wouldn't his mum be proud?
Oh, do you know what? Right, I see people say, "Oh, I had Wheelie as a kid. I love Wheelie. He's great." I get it because I have toys that I like that aren't hugely popular, and I had them as a kid, and that's why I like them. But I remember seeing Wheelie, and one of my mates brought it into school and having a mess around with Wheelie at the time, and still thinking at the time, this is crap. Is anybody else, or do you all love Wheelie and I'm actually completely wrong?
It wasn't the best, was it?
And I felt the same. Yeah,
This actually looks a massive improvement, but as you said, Moff, it couldn't get worse. They got worse. He's in a certain deco, isn't he? He's in G1 Toy Colors, is the Wheelie.
So I think
and you'll all. This is a new mold. You'll all be shocked to hear that Outback was a retool of Studio Series 86 Brawn, a hidden gem, some might say. But this one is, yeah. Who was it who did that artwork of him? Oh, it doesn't matter, but it was very funny. Yeah, I love the retro packaging. The problem is it means you've got to buy two or possibly three, because if you want one in each mode and then you want to keep one in packaging.
As I say, I think this will come. I think you'll get a Studio Series.
No one needs that many Wheelies.
I think if you want a Wheelie out of the packaging, I think you'll be safe that you'll get a Studio Series one. It's pumping everything at Studio Series. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Are you suggesting these might shelf war?
70 quid. Can't remove 3 modes.
I mean, Sam's get 12 with the worst Wheelie.
Leave
Is that the X-Transbots one?
Yeah.
Big shout out to X-Transbots. We're big fans.
Good evening, X-Transbots.
Sam's got older stock.
Yep. I've got a clear one. I've got loads of variants of it. Yeah.
Oh, well, here's a variant. Here is this was Hasbro Transformers brand manager Nate who shared this photo. So it's the HasLab Unicron at the bottom and the original prototype Unicron at the top, but in both modes. And sneaking in on the left, somebody might see the deluxe Unicron figure from Transformers Cybertron as well, just over here, hanging about, just off to the side. Yeah. So
they should have took they should have took the wings out of the ring. Sorry, out of the box down the bottom. If you can't fit the ring round the planet, take it out. It looks a bit tatty.
Yeah.
Maybe they tried to when they were getting it in. It fell off. They just couldn't be asked. I'm not getting that back out again.
It took me ages. Yeah. You do it.
Yeah. Right. Let's say this now. If they did the top one, the original prototype Unicron from the 80s, if they did that as a missing link toy like they have done with RC, would you buy it? Go.
Oh, you
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd have to, even though it looks terrible.
It does look awful, but yeah, you'd have to.
It's the most mystical toy with it's been talked about for so long.
Yeah.
And, all these aspects of it, the bit that always intrigues me, and it's been talked about so many times, is I know Triple Dale talked about it with Evans, is that there's a sound chip in it, and is that the last recording ever of Orson Welles?
Yes.
And that is really there's so many bits of this toy that are just there's something special about it that I think it would be such an event if they do a missing link toy. And again goes back to why I say I think missing link's been the best thing that happened to the franchise. Beginning of last year, if we'd sat and done a panel like this and talked about toys that we think are on the table, nobody would have ever thought of G1 Unicron. But
some people have suggested this was a hint, haven't they?
Yeah,
some people
you were talking about earlier on, and it's just like if they announced it now, you'll still be excited, but you won't be shocked. And that's just crazy because of that RC. Because
they're not displaying that as just we found one.
Oh, look, here's a photo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that, obviously it's Takara who seemed to obviously take the lead on missing links, so maybe Nate knows something that he's just, dropping a little subtle hint. Certainly he knows it'll get a reaction, and I'm sure there's lots of people who will have said, I would buy that. And that's sometimes what you need to do, isn't it? Test the waters on social media and then go, look at that reaction. Let's get this done. And it's probably in production, or at least the design phase of it, I would think now. But don't quote me on that because I don't know for certain. Right, that's all the...
If nothing else, it's brought us the quote of the night from Oprah, who's saying...
Mr. Tickle. Hang on. Is he talking about the toy, or is that just personally what he likes? Just Mr. Tickle vibe. Keep it to yourself, Pooh. Keep it to yourself. No, I agree. The arms were amazing. Right, let's do some third party. 43 minutes in.
Battle this.
It's heavy metal cruncher time as Optimus Prime goes toe-to-toe with Combat Megatron. Prime is one tough dude underneath his hood. He's a transformer missile fire phenomenon. Combat Megatron is combat armed. His mighty mega missiles are slamming. He can mad out more for use mega force, but Combat Optimus is still standing.
Do you know what was really other week that I realised there was other adverts with that kind of music on it, and I had no idea, and I was like, my mind was blown. It's like, this is crazy. What world did I miss?
Yeah, I never saw any of these things at the time. So yeah, it does open your eyes. Right, this is a fourth party DP01V Desperado Megatron weathered version. So it's the Dark of the Moon Megatron. Now, I don't know if this is based off like a previous Masterpiece version or anything that we've had, because it's a fourth party, obviously, or if it's a third party one. Perhaps somebody in the chat knows who's a big Movieverse fan. But this is a fourth party version, which I believe you can pre-order from wherever it is you get your fourth party figures. Is this something you've seen, Moff, on your travels, or would you stock this?
No, I probably wouldn't stock it, I'll be honest. I don't really do much in the movie stuff. The bits we have stocked have kind of shelf formed, so
right.
Unless somebody really wanted it and we're struggling, and let me know, Brandon. I probably wouldn't.
I almost said that's because they're crap, but I stopped myself because that's not fair. That's harsh. This actually looks. It looks like a really good representation. I wonder if this is the same company that did the Blackout that we showed a couple of weeks ago.
Which was nice, to be fair. That was nice.
Yeah, well, this is it. It's not for me because third party wise, I wouldn't get movie stuff, I don't think. But you know, if you're a movie fan, Bayverse movie fan, then you might like this. And then it's Laser Cat. I almost said Doctor Wu. Laser Cat Toys with their Mini Brave, which is their super deformed aerial bots or adorable bots, depending on which way you want to look at it.
I like that.
So, what do we think? This is obviously prototype stage.
I've said this before, and I know that me and Peter talk about it. I love these things. Like the Predaking was great. The Dinobots look amazing. There's something fun about them. Like they really are just silly fun. I don't know what they fit in. Like I don't. Where am I putting all these stupid things? But
they just go on like a scale, don't they? They just go on like don't really scale with anything. But
miscellaneous tat on one.
Yeah, exactly.
It comes with the faceplate. That's quite nice. So you can have a different style to the head. 5 jets. I mean, they're quite decent jet modes, apart from the fact they're obviously chibi style.
Chibi, yeah.
See some of the detail on them.
Decent bit of weaponry on them as well.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, if you're somebody,
that's quite impressive.
Yeah. If you're somebody who picked up like the Predaking, like you said, and the other ones, you know, you probably be a fan of G1. You probably want to get these. Why the hell not, eh?
See, now you could argue that this is probably better for the fandom than all of these non-transforming Transformers, because these are different, aren't they?
Agree.
Yeah,
they're different, but they're still versions of the characters people love, rather than Audley or Yolo Park or Blockies or somebody else doing that non-transforming version. They're taking the aerial bots and shrunk them down, made them cute, made them fun. I think this is what's needed. I think
they look good with the Master Made ones. So like I've got a couple of the Master Made like a Metroplex to TFUKCon, a couple of them, and they look nice with them, that kind of style. When they do these pictures, it just make me laugh. Like nobody's displaying it like that, but it's fun.
Well, you never know. So that's all the bits that make the combiner that you can form into a little kind of.
Is that many
stubby
laser
version.
cats on it?
Yeah, there's laser cats all over the
That's
place.
good.
I had to figure out what they were at first.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Look, there's one on his head, one on his face. Anyway.
That's funny.
So yeah, if you like that style, that's going to be coming out. And then this is Ocular Max Insertus, great name. But this is the toy deco version. So this is obviously a masterpiece groove. You all right there, Pete?
Yeah. No, I was just.
Do you like Insertus?
I was just chucking it away because I'm a child. I'm very, very immature.
Good. Let's keep it that way. So yeah, this is the toy deco version of the Insertus that has been out for a little while now. You guys are Toon fans, I'm guessing, more than toy.
Yeah, normally. I haven't got any of the MMC figures.
Have you not?
No.
Have you ever owned any of them?
I'm trying to think. Not any of the combiner figures. I've got the MMC tapes, but I've never gone in on the combiner figures. They're just that little bit too small scale wise. Well, combined mode they are, aren't they?
Yeah.
You hear good things about them. It's not because I don't think they're any good. It's just I've gone in the other two and I don't need a third set.
I like that. Sensible, Sam. Sensible collecting for a better Britain. These photos came from Weibo user 23 MCG.
Good pictures.
It says CMG down at the bottom right corner. So make up your mind what your name is. They are very good pictures. I'm not sure what that figure. Anybody identify that figure it's alongside? It looks like a G.I. Joe type thing, but it probably isn't. Oh, I've said that now. There will be somebody in the live chat who knows exactly what it is, who will be like, oh my God, how can you not know? Because I don't know what that is. There is as a bike. And that's fine.
That works. That is a
an
good
angry version of fine. Yeah, I think it looks quite cool. Bike mode. I have the original Groove G1 figure. I'm gonna be honest, it's not the best. So to make it look decent, I think they've done a good job.
Yeah.
And there he is as a leg.
Good leg.
And there's he is as a leg, but from a different angle. Fantastico. What else we got? There wasn't a whole ton of third-party news this week, which may set Moff off in a moment, but there wasn't a lot of new stuff that was kind of I could find when I was rooting around the many websites, Transformers-wise, that I was looking at this week. So instead, maybe we should talk about this.
Ah.
This is TFUKCon, but 2026. Tell us about this, Moff.
Well, let Sam tell you about it, or Pete, or
well, somebody.
You know better.
Okay. So the reason this is up is because tickets are now on sale. So tickets went on sale on Wednesday. We've only released a little bit of information. We do have a new website coming, but technical difficulties have delayed that slightly. But tickets have went up on sale with a good start, a good strong start. We'll have a slight growth in attendance next year. We intend to open up more tickets. We've sold out the last 2 years, so each year it's been like, how do we squeeze more people in? How do we make it better? How do we, we've got Sam, Russ, Pete, Luke, and the committee now. We're continually talking about the aspect of experience and how do we make it, how do we improve upon it. And as I say, we want to make sure that MD that couldn't get to go last year gets to go this year. So we've been working on stuff, and we have got great plans. The comment, I saw a comment there about it being a one-day event. Technically, it's not anymore. The main event is the Saturday the 16th, but MD, who was there this year, will tell you the Friday night is not to miss. This year we had Sam managed to pull off an absolute blinder with first in-hand reviews of Defender Series 3 and Galaxy Wave 7.
Yeah, I think so. Something like,
Yeah.
I can't remember.
And then
Blockies, though.
Transformers. Yeah, blockies. Sorry,
many.
yeah. Sorry,
Yeah,
apologies.
New
got that.
blockies.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
new blockies, and then we had the Transformers show doing amazing entertainment. So we do have Friday night entertainment again next year, and then we have Saturday all day and Saturday entertainment. Will we go into the guests? I don't know who's up, who you've got in your blow first. So
I've
wait till
got.
you break. So we have got MD Who watches TFUKCon. The fella who puts together the third party news bit from that is going to be doing a virtual interview with us, and we are hoping we'll have some third party reveals on the day as well, in coordination with TFUKCon. So that's a fabulous get. So well done, Luke, for pulling that off. And a really cool bit. You know, as we're looking to grow, we're looking at who can we collaborate with, who can we work with. So we've got kind of other chats as well. So really interesting, really cool one. I'm looking forward to seeing that as a third party guy. You know, we're going to have Andy Ride, third party expert there as well. You know, as confirmed at TFN,
Yeah.
third party expert.
I'll put him on the straight and narrow, just in case he makes any mistakes. Yeah.
You were doing the third party Q&A.
Third party.
And then we have next up, we have Nick Roche. So Nick, who is a phenomenal fella, has done some amazing stuff. Probably highlight has to be Last Stand of Records. Out with comics, but he has also been involved with, what was the last first site?
Earthspark, he did the designs, didn't he?
I can't remember the name out there.
Bots.
Yeah. So Nick is brilliant, and I'm very much looking forward to Nick coming over. And we have two kind of themes around next year. Well, obviously, the movie's one big part of it. You can tell it kind of from the logo. We're going to be doing some movie-inspired stuff, but we are going to be doing some Last Stand of the Wreckers, which we are calling Last Call of the Wreckers. We had a kind of Cheers theme this year, where we continue that on and have a Last Call of the Wreckers theme. So we'll have some merch around that. And then the last guest to announce just now is the ever wonderful Simon Furman. Simon is just the best person in the world. He has been such a big supporter of the event. He has helped us get, you know, interviews with like Bob Budiansky. That happened because of Simon. Simon suggesting it wasn't just Simon sorting it. Simon suggested. So Simon is an amazing supporter of the event, and it wouldn't be TFUKCon without Simon. And we're hoping to have a very special comic discussion next year, because there's a very popular comic that is also 40 years next year as well as a movie. So that'll be really cool. Is the next image the
next image might be something to do with one of the themes, Moff?
Okay, so we do have we are going to have merch. So we have had t-shirts in the past. We're going to have a range of merch this year. So I have got some kind of stuff to kind of give you some inspiration for. So we're going to have a kind of summer survival pack, and there'll be multiple things in there. So for one of them, for example, will be sunglasses. So we've got prototype ones that we made, which are like, handy kids as well. So Primetime Toys on one side, and then Look and Steez on the other. So we'll have TFUKCon sunglasses. We'll have t-shirts. Oh, look at
looking cool.
I mean, I was looking cool until I tried to put them on while I was still wearing my glasses. That made me look a bit of a Doyle. But anyway.
So we've got a festival cup coming with some cool artwork. We will have a Hawaiian shirt, and the Hawaiian shirt, so this is a Transformers Show limited edition. There's only two in the world. Only me and Andy, because everybody else was like, I don't want to wear that. It's embarrassing.
I'm not.
Not because I only produced it, we only produced it. So, but yeah, so we're going to have a Hawaiian shirt. So the image coming up is going to be the image that will be on that Hawaiian shirt. And
it will be.
So inspired by Last Stand of Records, inspired by the records, we have got a lovely hula skirt wearing impactor, which I've shared with Nick, and Nick absolutely loved it. I shared it just kind of saying, like, we're going to play a wee bit on the records, you okay with that? And he was like, yes, absolutely. Showed the best, and he was like, that's brilliant. So the confirmation this will be out very shortly. We'll have pre-orders up for merch, a various range of merch. We want to kind of have it a fun bit. Andy was at TFN and saw the wave of people wearing the Soundwave shirt. We're hoping for that kind of vibe. It's been gorgeous weather the last couple of years, really warm, great time to wear these kind of shirts. And as I say, we'll have t-shirts as well. So there will be lots of ways to show your support for the convention and different kind of bits. So it'll be great fun. So we're very much looking forward to it. So yeah, go to just now go to primetimetoys.co.uk to buy your ticket, within the next few days, the website will be up, and it's tfukcon.com. I apologise for the slight delay with the website, but the website will be up hopefully by the end of the weekend. But as I say, tickets are available through primetimetoys.co.uk just now.
Can I just ask, just to double check? I think I already know the answer, but is this wonderful artwork by our friend Mr. Luke and Monks?
It is. Yes, it is. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So all artwork for the convention is provided by Luke, and Luke is our resident artist and has been working away on ideas for the movie. So we're going to have a movie themed bit of artwork, and the last call of the records, as we're calling it, piece of artwork as well, available in different kind of styles. Looking, unfortunately, or not unfortunately, fantastically for him, has been moving house over the last month. So just getting finished on the artwork has been a bit of a challenge for him. So it will be with us very soon. And as people are talking about in there, there's going to be details on the website of the different hotels in the area, kind of recommendations. Each have different price brackets. Price brackets obviously have different challenges on them as well, but there'll be recommendations on that kind of aspect to help you. Where are you booking? Where are you staying? How are you getting there? That'll all be available on the website to make it easy. And it is still in the Cobden Suite, as it's been the last 2 years, which is a great venue. And as we've got used to it, as we were finishing up, weren't we? So we're sitting going, right, next year, what if we did this and did this and this? And Jess, the manager who organised it, was like totally on board with helping us make it a reality to be able to allow more guests to come along, because there was people who were on the day messaging saying, is there a spare ticket? Is there anything you can do? So we want to be able to make sure that we can get as many people that want to come along. But yeah, so very
Fantastic.
much support it. Get yourself over, get your ticket bought.
Get to TFUKCon. Come and see us all in person.
Yeah.
Right. We will, I'm sure, talk a lot more about TFUKCon in the coming months. And obviously, Moff, have you and Sam and anybody else from the committee who wants to come and join us for that. But now, I think it's time to look at some pickups.
We now return to the Transformers.
And also to try not to double tap the video when I click on it. So it's pickups time, where we take a look at what we might have picked up through the course of the week. Now, if you don't mind, boys, because I think mine might be shorter than other people's, I'm going to go first, get it out of the way before we look at the better stuff. I have one pickup from this week, and it's a very simple pickup. I picked up Brad because I picked up an Excellion. Which I didn't have one, and I realized I didn't have one in the collection at all, not the original, not this new version. And I thought, oh, well, I've got to right that wrong, and got it for a very reasonable price, as our friend Rohan would say. And yeah, actually only arrived today, but
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to having getting it. I quite like the modern version, the Age of the Primes. Was it Legacy? Whichever one it was, version of Hotshot, and this is the repaint as Excellion, and I never owned an Excellion. So yes, that is my one and only pickup this week. What about you, Sam? Have you picked up anything this week you'd like to share with the group?
Well,
Sam and I saw the real Brad on Sunday.
we did.
Yeah, all right. Don't rub it in. Did you pick him up, though?
No, I gave him a hug.
Ah, well, there you go. I can hug my Excellion anytime I want. As long as I'm supervised. Right, Sam, have we got something?
No,
You'd like to share?
not. No.
No?
I didn't get anything.
Right,
No,
Did you get anything last week?
Sorry?
Did you get anything last week?
No.
Yeah,
I got a new laundry
lie?
basket.
You got what?
A laundry basket.
What's
Yeah, all right,
already? What's
To
it
be fair,
already?
We've had more random things than that. No, it's non-transforming, as is the style of the time.
No, I haven't.
All right.
The,
No judgment here, Sam. No
I have a
judgment here.
whisper. Was that any good?
Nice.
That's gone now.
Can you tell us, was that any good?
Oh, it was all right. No, I hope there was Lego Game Boy was going to be here today, but that's not. I'm not.
Oh yeah. Have you seen that those have been turning up in Costco's for 36 quid?
Are they really?
Have you not seen that? Yeah, in Costco's here in the UK for 36 quid a
Nuts.
throw. Just to, sorry, I've just realised you probably paid full whack. But anyway.
I paid 45. It's not the end of the world.
Oh, well, there you go. You got it relatively cheap.
But no, I think
To be fair, you got to pay for a Costco membership before you can get it cheap, unless you have a friend with a Costco card. If you're a friend of the show with a Costco card, let us know.
we've got one for the football club.
Oh, well, there you go. Sell yours on and get the cheap one.
I'm waiting for a couple of things, but they're coming in soon, unfortunately. But no, nothing for me at the moment, I'm afraid.
I'm going to forgive you for that, Sam. That's absolutely fine. I like
you.
the,
I hope you would.
I think you're being restrained with your spending, and that's the way we should be in these hard times.
Yes.
Speaking of hard times, Pete, what have you picked up this week? Oh, here we go. Strap on. What?
Yes. So I finished.
Oh yes,
There he is.
He is excellent. There will always be a special affection for Combiner Wars Devastator, but this boy is just.
It's definitely better, isn't it?
Yeah, the actual sex. He is absolutely gorgeous, and the head sculpt is magnifique. So moving on to another era of Transformers, picked up the TF1 Studio Series Starscream.
Ooh.
Very cool bot mode. The alt mode is quite good. Just doesn't tab in as well as you'd have liked. I don't know. I'm a bit disappointed. It's a little bit. I think the Studio Series range has just been a little bit disappointing for TF1. And check them out for visual hand syndromes. Look, they've not even tried to hide those bad boys. They are just there.
It's a good job Paul's not on.
Yeah, I can hear him actually dry retching.
Somewhere in the distance, you can hear his squeals of anger.
Haven't opened up Elita 1 yet, haven't had a chance. But I'm hoping that she will be a little bit better than Starscream. Then arriving today, Magic Square Snarl, which completes. I feel a bit like Frodo does at the end of Return of the King, where he just doesn't really know what to do with himself once he's had his ring destroyed. And
you've been there before, haven't you, Pete?
I just don't know. I just don't know what to do. Now I've completed the Magic Square Dinobots and the New Age Dinobots. I'm kind of like, well, where's my next quest? So looking forward to getting him out and having a play with him. We've got some X-Men 97 stuff. Got a Rogue reissue.
Well said, Emma.
We all suspected it.
Another version of Rogue, because I go from having no Rogues to 2 Rogues, and Gambit on all in
Rogue on that one, Pete.
Now.
I've not seen that 2-pack before, Pete. That's well nice.
Last but not least, Action Edition and Orion packs from Transformers 1.
Nice.
Obviously haven't opened it yet. It came from AliExpress, so it's got more dents than a car used in Banger Racing. So I'm hoping it'll be all right. The rest of them have been fine, but
that's a good one.
You save massive amounts of money on the packaging because they don't package it. So you don't pay your money, you take your chance. And that was it. So a bit of a quiet week, really.
Quiet week. Only the 10 pickups. Oh, fantastic. Speaking of having a quiet week for pickups, I'm pretty sure Moff won't have much to show off.
No, I'm not going to show everything because we're going to talk about it in a bit of discussion later on. So I had Primetime Toys end of year was last month, so I have made it a habit of going to be a wee toy trip at the end of the year, and had an epic toy trip over 3 days last weekend, and bought a silly amount of toys, but I'll show them off later on. So I've got a couple of things that have arrived, and 1 or 2 that I only just opened this week because I hadn't done. First up is it's not tapped in right. Star Optimus Prime. I was dead impressed with this. Like I thought, it was, for the size, I thought it was going to be smaller. I thought it was really fun. It's big, chunky. I love that sound. Like, just takes you back to being a kid. And I could easily hurt somebody by throwing this at them. So that's and then
Put
on
a
the
window
opposite end of
through.
the scale, I picked up the New Age 6 shot. So I've not done anything other than taking out the package. So I'm looking forward to transforming and seeing how he is. Looks really cool. I got off AliExpress. I bought the clear Unicron head because I collect Unicrons because I don't have a desire to live much longer when my wife finds out. So then on a toy trip, I'm going to just show 2 toys. My 2 kind of absolute highlights for the weekend were getting the clear animated Lockdown. I love this mold. It is one of my favourite molds. I've got the other 2 versions. I didn't even know there was a clear one until Simon and I were doing our YouTube show last year. Realised that it immediately went on my want list, and I've never seen it in person. Saw it in the very first store last Friday, so had to have it. But the absolute pickup of the weekend was this, which is just
so jealous,
stunning. And it was genuinely, we were about to leave. We went back to say cheerio to Russ and just kind of say our buys and stuff, and the guy beside him was selling Japanese stuff, and this was kind of plonked in behind, and I was just chatting away, and I was like, oh, what's that? Because I just seen the top, and I'm like, oh, I don't need that, and then I realised it wasn't, because it's, and I was like, yep, I'm having that, thank you very much. Russ suspects it's a KO. I mean, it's like, looks in perfect condition. The guy priced it based on Russ believing it's a KO, but it's absolutely stunning. So I don't mind if it's a KO. The box is cool. The figure inside is immaculate. I cannot wait to open and add this to the collection. I am thinking I'm going to hold off until the Masterpiece comes in. I could cave on that this weekend, mind you, because it's gorgeous. So I love Power Master Prime. So I am so happy with this. Cannot wait. So it isn't really all I got this weekend, but it's all I'll talk about. And I'll talk about the rest when we do a wee discussion later. But an epic trip, and honestly, like that is cool. This is just. I sent that to Pete straight away. I was like, "Oh, look at this! It's just gorgeous."
I've never seen that version of him.
No, near that until we did the YouTube show last year, and as soon as I did it, I was like, this sits. The original version of this mold sits in front of my telly in my toy room, my Transformers room, and it has done for ages because I just love it. So, I'm very happy. It was a great weekend. Oh, one last one I did that Soundwave. I bought a cool Soundwave. I bought a wee G2 Soundwave from Leicester Vintage.
Nice.
So,
Very nice indeed.
Yeah, so great trip. I got to see a couple of people. So I saw Steve and Ryan at Nerdbase, and then I saw Sam, Jamie, a couple of the vendors I know, and Brad, as I said. So it was really good. Really good. Oh, see, Gav, you make me happy. It was to do with the head. Gav, Russ had said he doesn't think it was an official. As I said, the guy then priced it accordingly. So if it does turn out to be an official, I'm really happy. Even if it's a KO, like honest to God, the box is cracking. The figure inside is like mint. So even at a KO, the price I paid, I was very, very happy. If it turns out to be genuine, even better.
Fantastic.
But that's me for now.
Very nice indeed.
Shall we do? Oh, sorry, go on, Sam.
I was going to just ask, Pete, what's the empty shelf behind you for?
So, this is the pickup shelf that I keep all my pickups on every week, and then I empty the shelf and have them down here to stop me going backwards and forwards. However,
Never noticed that
I'm not
before.
gonna lie, it's starting to get a bit of a pain in the arse, so I'm just going to change it. I mean, because
Couldn't you just put them straight on there? Would that not be easier?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, because it's just it's too much effort. There's only me that cares. And I just
Sounds like you need to buy more toys to fill that shelf now.
agreed. Well, to be fair, I've
dear.
got more blockies than we got anything else, so
Yeah.
I need another shelf of blockies. So yeah, that's what it is. Nothing more. I haven't got rid of anything. There's nothing more exciting than that, Sam, other than what seemed like a great idea. What seemed like a great idea at the time is just a pain in the ass now.
Cool. Right. Shall we do some foreplay? Let's do it.
Lynn, these are sex people.
What do you mean?
They're sex swappers. Lynn, this is TFUKCon 1. Look. Look. Don't make the same noise as them. They'll think you want to join in.
And we do. So, foreplay this week is about our favorite car bot modes. So, who would like to go first and offer up what they feel is one of the finest car modes in Transformers?
Wheelie.
Oh,
Wheelie.
Sam put his hand up. Wheelie. I mean, obviously. But, apart from Wheelie. Sam, your hand went up, so would you like to go first? Are you sharing anything, or do you just want to show us? Or
I haven't got one, so
fantastic.
but unfortunately,
Just tell us.
But I think there was lots of options, but I think I always like tracks. I always like the car. I just thought it's a Corvette, isn't it?
I think so.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want tracks?
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know. I like a blue car. I thought it's cool. Turns into a bit of a plane as well. Flies. It's kind of does a bit of everything.
Triple changer.
Yeah. Yeah, I always liked it as a kid. As a toy, the character of the cartoon, I didn't dislike, but it wasn't my favorite. But the toy was. I can fond memories of the toy. So that was mine. I sold the MP one's probably one of the worst MP figures they've ever done. And so I haven't got that, but I'm keenly waiting for the new Star Toys. Is it Star Toys?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Star Toys. Their new one, I think, looks really, really good. So I'm quite looking forward to that.
Nice.
So yeah, that would be my favourite. I think. I mean, we were spoiled, weren't we? Some of all the cars were great.
There's tons. We could have done this and just had a whole section on like the alternators and vinyl tech just for the car modes, because there's some absolute belters in there. But anyway, it's not my turn, and I think Tracks is very good.
Plastic cracks thrown in, like the RID 2015, like that's got pile of good mode cars as well. Like yeah. Would you like to go next then, Moff? Perhaps. Tell us what your favourite is. I'll go next. So I only had one of the kind of track size class toys as a kid, and it's a Hot Rod. But I'm okay with that because it was the absolute coolest.
Classic.
From the movie. Like, I just loved this. This isn't my original. My original became so stupidly loose because I transformed it so much because it's just so cool. I still look at it and just think that's gorgeous. The new retro release with the pink is just beautiful as well, but this is beautiful with the metal wheels and everything. I just absolutely love it, and it just it's like a bullet. Like it just,
it is a cool looking car,
and it is. Don't be wrong, I've picked up some of the having now picked up some of the original G1 stuff, like Sideswipe stuff like that. Like some of them, I always wanted them. That's what I coveted. That's where my aim of my childhood was, that I wanted all those, looked at all those catalogs, but this is just beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful.
Yep.
But yeah,
I think that's a good choice.
G1. Yeah.
Why the hell not, eh? Thank you very much, Moff. Pedro, what would be your choice if you had to make one? Which you do.
If I had to make just one on this
Just
occasion, would be G1 Nightbeat.
Oh, beautiful.
Nice.
Because he's just beautiful. Look at him. He's just got like little wings, and you just want to squeeze him and kiss him and go, "Oh, you chunky little boy, you."
How many have you had? That's the IPA kicking in.
I just go, love him when I'm drunk. He's just a cool. He's just a cool little toy, and I think the transformation always helped. And I think I've seen in the chat a lot of people are saying that the G1 Datsuns and stuff like that. But even with those early G1s, the transformation was still quite involved. But the car mode looked good as a result of it. But with this, what was quite cool is you could literally transform in seconds, a bit like G1 Hot Rod. And I think that just added a little bit to it that you could be playing any Transformers into a car and you're skidding around the corner. And I think that the Porsche aesthetic that he had or has just makes it a really cool, fun looking toy. I just love it. I don't think I can give you any more reasons other than it's just wicked. So sentimental.
I think it's a good choice again. That Porsche 959 kind of look. It's really, really cool. I always liked the Micromaster Skystalker because he had a little Porsche 959 alt mode. And he was the only one, like most of the Micromasters were repaints. He never got repainted and he wasn't a repaint of anything else. So a lovely choice. So we're whizzing through this, which is probably a good thing after an hour-long news. So it'll be me, and I'm going to go with the correct answer, which is, I mean, you could pick any of these, any of the G1 versions of these, but I've gone with Red Alert. So this is the reissue from 2000 of G1 Red Alert. So the car of the 80s to me, I mean, obviously apart from Knight Rider, and possibly General Lee from Dukes of Hazzard, maybe the DeLorean. Apart from them, the real car, like, you know, is the Lamborghini Countach, and that be careful how you say that. And it is a wonderful, wonderful car. It was an iconic car of the 80s. And we had the Lambo brothers of Sunstreaker and Sideswipe, and they're fine. They're brilliant, fantastic. However, this just is better, because what is more interesting than not just a Lamborghini Countach, but one that's an emergency vehicle? I mean, it's like those cop cars in Dubai that are like Bugattis. I mean, it's just flipping brilliant. So I'm going to have to go with this. I've always had a soft spot for Red Alert anyway, and part of it is this alt mode and this look to him and the color scheme. I'm not going to say perfection, because I'm not sure if perfection really exists apart from Transformers the show, but I'd say it's definitely up there in the top one. So yes, I will go with G1 Red Alert. Just a fantastic car mode, fantastic vehicle, and what can you say? I mean, it's just cool. What it was at the time. It just absolutely lovely. If you have an honorary shout out you'd like to do, you can do, boys. I'll just quickly do mine, which I won't show a picture or anything of, and I don't own one, but I would go for I might get some flack for this one. Amongst the many I could go for, because there's so many great car modes, I'm going to chuck in there the Last Night Barricades cop car mode, because that thing is absolutely, it's a beast. Just a beast. And I'm not, you guys know I'm not big on the Bayverse films per se, but I would buy that car if I had the money and drive it around, because it's just
it's a mean looking thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it is. It just I mean, just a wonderful looking, again, emergency vehicle. I'm starting to notice a pattern. Right, anybody else got a quick honorary mention? Go on, Moff.
And I'll go with I'll agree to disagree with your choice. So Lamborghini. Well,
that's a shame. We've lost Moff.
As a emergency vehicle is right, but if you're going to pick one, you're going to then pick the better option, which is like and I said this before, and I'd never had a really nice copy of G1 Sunstreaker, so getting Missing Link, it was just like, oh my god, this is beautiful.
Oh, is that the Missing Link?
And that's the Missing Link card.
Yeah, it's Missing Link card. Yeah,
absolutely stunning.
The car mode.
It's another good one. It's another good one.
And then I've got one more, which is it's another hot rod. It's the animated hot rod. Like when you're talking, I was saying about the RID. How many? And people 100% agree with me. How many of the of the animated alt modes are just gorgeous? Like, I just thought about that one a minute ago. Like, how many of them? The blur, there's just. Actually, this is one of the hardest, because I could sit and do you a top 20, and I guarantee all of us could do a top 20. That's like,
we could have. We definitely could have done more, couldn't we? Top 5 each, probably, because there's so many you can choose from. Sam, Have you got an honorary mention at all that you can think off the top of your head?
Wheeljack. I always liked Wheeljack. I just think it looks smart.
Yeah, good
Just
shout.
looks smart. I think it'd be harder to pick the ones that you didn't like.
Yeah.
No, there was because there was so many good ones, but I always liked Wheeljack. Yeah, I used to like all of them really.
Controversially, I'd say I didn't like Mirage, but not because it looked bad, just because I couldn't understand how being a Formula One car was a disguise.
This guy's no, well, I mean that's a very valid point.
It wasn't
Yeah.
even a Formula One car, was he? Because he was like the American, whatever they call it,
Yeah.
Indy car racing
Yeah.
version. So
Yeah, no, I mean that's a very good point. Yeah.
wait for all the Mirage lovers to come after me now. Pete, which group would you like to alienate tonight? I mean, which would you like throwing as an honorary mention? Perhaps Hot Rod.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be lovely. However, I'm a fan of
Brawn.
Sure Shot, G1 Sure Shot. No. He's a hidden gem, but that's what it's no, I think any of those 87 carbots where they're a little bit more futuristic and they were quite fun, and I keep going back to it, but the simplicity of transformation and stuff like that was a massive thing, and they managed to do that with having really cool car alt modes. But to Moff's point, you could have picked any of the animated cars. Blur is just one of the sexiest thing on four wheels. From that.
Gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah.
RC.
And I didn't pick him because I didn't look at him.
I didn't notice him on the shelf there.
Yeah. I saw
Is he hiding behind things? So now he's
he is. Yeah.
I've already had that because I turned around and spotted G1 Getaway as well. And anyway, they're all good. They're all fantastic as well. They're all great. Right, shall we do social corner, perhaps?
Social corner.
And back by popular demand, it's time to disturb your evening.
My Amish friends call me Lorna. I'm coming out of the fauna. If my cat died, I would mourn her. It's time for social corner.
I mean,
are we ready? For some reason, my computer muted me. Are we ready, Pete? With social corner,
we are now ready.
Is that yes?
It says.
If only I'd given you a 30-second intro to be able to get it up and ready.
Yeah.
Wait, get it up. That's not what I meant.
If only my computer didn't need 38.
Oh, it's always going. Right, go on then, Pete. Take us away.
Ooh.
Dustin Price, they're out of order. I go to all the trouble of numbering them and they go out of order. Anyway, so Dustin Price, where, Andy, you shared these with our social corner group. Where were these from?
It was. I think I want to say it was shared by the Reflector Files. They weren't his pictures, as you said. They were Dustin Price's pictures, but they were shared by Reflector Files on Facebook. I think, if my memory serves me correctly. And as you will all know, if you watch this show regularly, the greatest companion team of all time is the Seacons. So immediately, I was drawn to these wonderful pieces of artwork of the Seacons.
Good, aren't they?
Which are phenomenal. We say it every week, and I don't want it to be become a cliche, but there's so many talented people in this fandom, obviously, and this, I think this is the first time we've shared Dustin Price's stuff, and it just another artist you can add in to the list of exceptional.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Snaptrap. Even Nautilus looks fierce.
wish I could draw like that.
I know. That's all this makes me want. Is like,
It's annoying, isn't it? When people are this good at something, it's like, really? Why can't I do that? It's brilliant.
All the lads looking.
People
great.
call it jealousy, and I agree.
Yep. 100% jealous of people that can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so good.
Awesome work. And Dustin, if you're watching, not that you need our approval, but it is phenomenal work. Gestalt Geek. Now, I did this because we need to appeal to the minority of our watchers that are Beast Wars fans. And I just saw
the intellectuals.
Ooh.
And I just thought it's such a cool picture.
Ooh.
It's a very, very cool photo.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they look good.
Yeah.
As a group shot. That is nice.
Looks like a reminds me of a DVD case. Don't know why, like the cover, not the actual plastic case. Just before someone picks me up on it.
What a collection that must be. Not the covers, it's just the DVD cases. This is my favourite one.
Macatron, we always try and show them regularly, but
so I just saw David Cousins comment.
Ooh.
Finishing off drawing some Thundercats characters that he has designed.
Ooh.
David, you tease.
Exclusives.
Wonderful.
Tease me.
Tease me.
That's cool.
Oh, the truth is revealed.
This is why no one can be that deliberately incompetent.
This explains why he couldn't open the Matrix.
Deal with that right,
Decepticon.
He's a phony.
He's a big phony.
I feel like it's Scooby Doo's going to come in and just like yank off the mask to show who it is.
Going to do what now? Oh yeah. Right. Okay. Oh, trapped in polyhex again.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It seems
There's a theme.
Yeah, it's almost like the people that found these photos love Seacons.
They're hidden gems, Pete.
Wow.
But that was the original comic book cover art, wasn't it? And I have that story only in collected issues. Then he recreates these so well.
That's cool.
Your microphone's a bit dodgy.
Mine.
Yeah.
How's it now?
Yes, fine. This one, because as we've already established, I just like daft comedy. Hey, you guys.
He's seen better. Like, come on. Good lad.
And that was a very short but very sweet social corner this week.
Beautiful. I think we can all agree our lives were enriched by seeing so many Seacons and all of the other artwork as well. So fantastico, which takes us... Oh, it's the quiz. It takes us on to the quiz. Quiz time, baby. So this is our weekly quiz. 5 questions and a tiebreaker question that we do at the end, whether we need to or not, because we've got to fill the time somehow. This quiz is primarily for our wonderful panelists and Pete. If you want to, you can play along at home. Why not play along at home? And I think we discovered last week from Paul that the delay we thought we had on the live chat is actually a lot shorter than we thought it was. We thought it was 30 seconds, and it turns out it's less than 10. So that means, boys, that if you have live chat open on anything, whether it be a mobile phone, your laptop, your computer, whatever you're using, you must close it down. Close it down now. No cheat. Don't you cheat. Close it down. I saw you last week waiting to answer. Hey, and now he's blown his beer everywhere. That's not like you. Right. Okay. So we know how this works. I ask the question. You've got multiple choice answers. It's just about trying to get the right answer. So put your answers into the private chat or studio chat, whatever you want to call it, for us for here. It means I can see the answers. Unfortunately, our viewers at home can't see the answers, which sometimes is probably a good thing. between the answers for each question, I will break things up with a bit of random typing so I can make sure I know which question you're answering. Does anybody have any problems? Well, you can say that, Sam, but I'm not sure we'd all agree. Does anybody have any questions before we start? No? Good, fantastic. Let's get on with it then. It was at that moment he remembered he hadn't opened up the question sheet. Now I have. Right, here we go then. So, most of this week's questions, I will be honest with you, I kind of do it randomly on the TF Wiki, which is what I use to make sure the answers are accurate. So if any of them you feel are not accurate at home, you're watching this, maybe you're watching this later on, and you think, hey, that's not right. Take it up with the TF Wiki. I don't care. Right, here we go. Question number 1. Which G1 Decepticon famously said, before a society can move forward, all must agree on the rules. Now kneel. Which G1 Decepticon famously said, before a society can move forward, all must agree on the rules. Now kneel. Was it A, Megatron, B, Shockwave, or C, Galvatron? A, Megatron, B, Shockwave, or C, Galvatron? Put your answers in the chat. And answer at home. Play along. You won't get any prizes, but you'll get pride, and sometimes that's enough. Right, let's have a look. We've got our answers from our panel. So, Sam, you have gone for B, Shockwave. Primetime Moff, you went for C, Galvatron. And Pete, you copied Sam.
Why do that?
He might not have. He might have been.
Oh boy, error.
Well, the correct answer was, in fact, C. It was Galvatron.
Random guess.
So Galvatron. So a point for Moff. I thought that one was quite easy, but apparently not. I actually knew that one without actually looking it up on the wiki. But anyway, yay me. Question number 2. A bit of Beast Wars, I believe. So, Predacon Magmatron apparently seeks to be one thing. Is it A, the Emperor of Destruction? Is it B, the Emperor of Suction? Or is it C, the Emperor of Cybertron? So, Predacon Magmatron seeks to be one thing. Is it A, the Emperor of Destruction, B, the Emperor of Suction, or C, the Emperor of Cybertron? Sally is not an answer we can accept, I'm afraid. Moff. It's all a bit of fun, but take it seriously, Moff. No, it's all a bit of fun. It's all a bit of fun, everybody. We're all just here to have a bit of fun. All right, we've got the answers in. Sally has been disqualified. Sam, you went for A, the Emperor of Destruction. Moff, you went for B, the Emperor of Suction. I have a good feeling about this for you. And Pete, you went for C, the Emperor of Cybertron. The correct answer was, of course, it was A, the Emperor of Destruction. So, Sam, you get the point. 1 point to Sam, 1 point to Moff, and nil point for Pete. But there's plenty to play for. There's plenty of time, Pete. You have no reason to feel bad or down on yourself. Or
I've got a point and you haven't.
Transformers.
Brutal from Sam there. Brutal. Anyway, number 3. Here we go. Late G1 bot Pyro was sold under which alternative name according to his French/Dutch packaging? Was he called A, Spark, B, Torch, or C, Flame? So Pyro, the late G1 bot, was sold under which alternative name according to his French/Dutch packaging? Was it A, Spark, B, Torch, or C, Flame? We have our answers in. Once again, it's not Sally. Moff, don't make me come down there. Or up there because you're in Scotland. Anyway, right, here we go. And we've got a bit of repetition here. So, Sam, you went for C, which was Flame. Pete and Moff, you both went for B, which was Torch. The correct answer was, of course, A. It was Spark. Nil point all round. But don't feel bad about it. Don't feel humiliated just because everybody's watching. Right, number 4. Number 4. It is an easy one for you. An easy one for you. A G1 question. How many engines does the G1 Arc have, according to the TF Wiki? Is it A, 2 engines? Is it B, 4 engines? Or is it C, 6 engines? How many engines does the G1 Arc have? Is it A, 2 engines, B, 4 engines, or C, 6 engines? Oh, and everybody's answered really, really quickly. Some of us have included numbers, which is wonderful.
Completely unnecessary.
So let's have a look. So Sam and the Moffmeister both went for B, which was 4 engines. Pete, you went rogue and decided no, I think it's 6 engines. The correct answer is, of course, B, 4 engines. So Moff and Sam, you each get a point to take you to 2 points. And Pete, you remain, as always, on nil point.
No wonder they never got away from the nemesis. Do you know what I mean?
Like the UK in Eurovision. Anyway, right, let's move on. Question number 5. Still all to play for, although not really, because you can't make enough points. But still, let's all to play for. Number 5. G1 Universe Drift was not always an Autobot. What was his Decepticon name? At least according to IDW. Was it A, Deadlock, B, Deadpool, or C, Death Strike? So, G1 Universe Drift was not always an Autobot. What was his Decepticon name before he saw the light and became a good guy? Was it A, Deadlock, B, Deadpool, or C, Death Strike? Oh, this one may have been a bit too easy for the panel because all 3 of you have gone for the right answer, and that answer was, of course, Deadlock. So, Pete.
I didn't know that, I guess.
Un point. Fantastic. That might have been 1p in French, I'm not sure. But either way, 1 point to you, and now 3 points each to Moff and Sam.
Ooh.
Which takes us on to our tiebreaker question, which actually means something this time. Because we actually have 2 people who are in the lead and drawing.
Oh!
So, Pete, Pete, you know what? Come join in. Come join in. We don't want to leave anybody out. Come join in. And we'll say whoever gets this question right wins. So I'm hoping this isn't too difficult for you. I'm hoping this isn't too. I can tell it's Sam. What? Anyway, here we go. So this is one of the questions where you have to get the closest, and it's going to be the closest year. So we've been speaking about drift. In which year did we get our first drift toy, according to the TF Wiki? Closest answer gets the point. No clues. In which year did we get our first drift toy? I'm going to have to push you to be quick with your guesses, please, rather than waiting for the chat to tell you. Oh! Spank my ass and call me Sally, but there is some I'm not even going to split these answers up. I don't need to now. It's the last question. Oh, well, let's have a look. A plethora of different answers here. So, Sam, you went with 1993.
Yeah,
what was you thinking there?
I have
a character that was designed and created in the 2000s. What was your thinking there?
I don't know that. So.
Oh! Right. Okay. Well, you might be right. Let's find out.
Which 2000?
Pete, you went with 2007, which is definitely in the 2000s. And Primetime Moff, you went with 2014. Can't change it now.
Two over.
Anyway, so would you like to know the correct answer? It was 2000. Sorry, Sam. 2010. Which means, Pete, you are the closest by 1 year with your guess of 2007, just beating out Moff, which means that you steal victory at the end with our next goal wins rule. But more realistically, you got absolutely destroyed by Moff.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Just, so congratulations to Moff and Sam. You both did an excellent job. Yeah, well done, guys. And that's the end of the quiz. And I hope you all enjoyed playing at home. And I'm sure Pete is now sharing all of your answers and how well you did. Let us know. Did you get them all right? Of course you did. You know what you're talking about. But we will move on to our final part of tonight, our discussion.
We now return to the Transformers.
Discussion time. So we're going to have possibly a couple of little discussions here. We'll see how time holds up for us. Shall we start with What do we feel like? Toy trips or the non-transforming figures? What do you feel like, boys? Toy trips, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's toy trip it. So, part of the reason why we're doing this is because the wonderful Moff has only recently been on a toy trip, and all of us at some point have been on what we would classify as a toy trip, where we've journeyed beyond our usual area or region to go and look for some fantastic toys, mostly Transformers, but other stuff as well. So, Moff, if you are ready, and please tell me if you're not, but if you're ready, would you like to share maybe a few photos from your recent trip, just to whet our appetites before we get into the meat of the discussion?
Yes. Share screen. Maybe. Easier said than done. It's not working. So, as I said, I showed a couple of the toys at the very during pickups, but I have got pictures of the rest of them. So I have put them into categories as well, just to make things a little bit easier. I had an Epic Trips 3-day trip, left the early bells Friday morning and got back late on Sunday night. So this was my Transformers pickups. So we've got the stuff I've kind of showed already. This year I have bought more G1 than I bought more G1 this year than I owned as a child. And it's been on toy trips and it's been great fun. You know, I've picked up, when I was with your boys earlier in the year, I picked up some Headmasters and absolutely thoroughly enjoyed that. And then I started to pick up some Pretenders and I'm thoroughly enjoying that. I picked up my first Target Master and he is loose as hell, but it was cool. And it's like, oh no, that's the next thing to fall down. And then I picked up, obviously, you can see there, the Hot Wheels Ultra Magnus as well, because FOMO, because nobody really needs an Ultra Magnus, really, let's be honest. And then I completed, my big happy moment was I completed my vintage mask vehicle collection. So I have a handful of figures.
Really?
I think these were some of the extras, but this was the final vehicle I had to collect. My brother had this when we were a kid, and it's been the hardest one to get. The only bit I have still is the missile. So there's a missile comes out the back, and I was like, I want it complete. Other than that, I've got the figures. So I've been looking for one, got one on Saturday. So I'm over the moon now to have them complete. Although I don't really have space to display all of them. I'm like, before I had this, the space was set up perfect. I just need now a flight stand to display this. But this is one of the kind of split seconds. And then I picked up 2 figures to kind of replace ones in the collection, just the better ones. Then I picked up a pile of turtle stuff because turtles are cool. These are like wee mini arcade fighting things. They're just silly. They were cheap in the Entertainer, and I was in the toy buying mood, so I just bought silly things. This is a wee Donatello present from Russ, which was very kind of him. I bought some miscellaneous stuff. These wee kind of cool diorama kits. A Bucky O'Hare figure that I didn't realise was out that I didn't have. This was a kind of the I can't think of the company as it makes it now. This was a kind of Boss Fight Studios, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Kind of did the modern figures. So this was the only one I didn't have of that. So I grabbed that. Batman. Loads of wee cheap things, just silly things. See the wee Hot Wheels car? This is I can't remember the Fisher Price telephone. We all would have seen at least when we were kids. So this is a Hot Wheels version of that. And when it moves, the spoiler, which is the head handset, goes up and down. And I was like, see for £1.50, that was like so much fun. I was like a pure child on Saturday night with a beer. Like, this is great looking at sitting in a restaurant playing with it. Like, I thought we're looking like I'm a weirdo and special, but I am. And then I bought a pile of wrestling stuff. So we went to Rock and Roll Collectibles, which was a very cool store. You should take your boy to it, Andy, and a lot of money because they had so many good wrestling stuff. It's like,
yeah, it ain't cheap.
Cool.
It ain't cheap.
No, so some cool stuff there. A pile of horror stuff. This was probably my favourite thing I picked up at the weekend. I love Toxic Crusader and Toxic Avenger. This was a popcorn tub for the most recent movie. It's only available in America. I even was pushing Sam, like, can you find anything to get this? Couldn't get it anywhere, and somebody had it in their stall, and I was like, almost my pal Kev, who was with me, was like, could see me just being like, I need to get it, put it in my hand. So I was well chuffed to have got that. Some different kind of art stuff. So this was a print. Manic Miners had these for sale, and it's a photo of Mandalorian toys sitting on a toy chopper bike, and I'm like, that's so cool.
That's cool.
And then the fella that does this stuff, this is a Battle Beast t-shirt. The design you can see here. I've got a couple of his t-shirts, and his artwork is just fantastic. And he does really, really cool stuff. Loads of retro 80s stuff. So he's really cool. And then that's me in my video. So that's all my pickups. I'll show my wee video, just showing you the kind of the stops. Want me to do that first?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so there's no audio of this. I'm just to talk through it. So I did a wee video just highlighting the different shops we went to. So the first store we went to on the Friday was Manic Miner's toy store, just outside Manchester. So it's a cracking shop. I came across it by accident 2 years ago, and Kev, who runs it, is a birthday twin with me. He's got the same birthday as me, so we always joke about that. But he's lovely, and he has a plethora of 80s and 90s toys. It was the first time I saw a box Boulder Hill, and it was in mint condition. There's so many good things in his store. He's honestly, and every time we're in, there's always something new and cool that he's picked up. He does loads of retro video games as well, so you'll see that in a minute. There's kind of piles of retro video games. He's got the coolest Star Wars display. Every time I'm in the shop, I'm like, oh my god, I could cave and do a Star Wars display just because of the shelving unit he's got, which you'll see in a minute. I think I might buy some real Ghostbusters next time, because I was looking at them in there and I was like, oh my god, that takes me back to cool toys. But like, you see loads of cardboard stuff, loads of everything. And the good thing with these toy trips is, see the amount of things you see that you've not seen in 40 years or you never knew existed. And every time I do one of the trips, I always see something I'm like, what is this? Where does that come from? So really cool. That is a good sort of store. If you're doing Minicon Manchester, which I assume will happen kind of March time next year, I would thoroughly recommend doing a wee bit extra trip and making the effort to go to Manic Miners. You can see he's got loads of wee space and stuff, loads of different bits, just loads of cool stuff. I just took as many pictures I could and videos. So yeah. And then we went to Leicester Vintage, which Pete and Andy, me and Paul visit there in the year. I love going to Leicester Vintage. They're dead friendly, dead good. That's where I got the G2 Soundwave. I didn't take as many videos because it was heaving. So I took a couple of pictures from there. But again, just so many things that are like, my God, do you remember that? Oh, do you remember this? So a great experience. I was dead cool with the graffiti down the bottom. They've got a kind of turtles bit, which was quite cool. So that was only Friday. Friday was a long day of driving. The main event was Nairbase. That was what we were making the big trip for. Down to a full day's trip and Friday to get down to Nairbase, and it did not disappoint. Oh my God, we were there 2 years ago, and the amount of change in 2 years was massive. So much vintage stuff. So I've got a whole section of vintage stuff. They've got a whole section of new stuff. Just unbelievable amount of stuff. I just picked random pictures of things I like. This is where I met Steve and Ryan. Pile of Transformers. I like that. Grumpy Days Are Okay. I was feeling that a wee bit when tired. I was feeling that. So just loads of just funky stuff, like things that you didn't know existed. I sent a picture of that James Bond to my dad saying, do you want to put this in your living room for you? He promptly told me where to go. And then they've got a pile of comics as well. So if you're into your comics, they've got a massive selection of comics. All these Japanese anime stuff, model kits, miles of pops, piles of Turtles and Masters Universe stuff. Loads of stuff. Highly recommend it. If you're down
Where's Nairbase again?
Down south.
Yeah, that covers it though, because that is the south. Yeah,
for me, pretty much. England's down south, so that doesn't really help. It's kind of. I'm going to be bad. I'm going to say I know that the other store is like half an hour away. It's Southend on Sea. I don't really know other.
Oh, is that Essex way then?
Essex kind of way.
Yeah.
And then this was a kind of wee funky place, vintage London toy shop. This was like wee market stalls. It was just bizarre. It was just a kind of strange setup. It was kind of cool, but it was so cramped to try and get into anything. And the bit I hate when I go to these things is when they don't have things priced and you're kind of trying to get to see it and you need to then ask, and I'm like, oh no. So that was okay. Day 3 then, the big main event of day 3 was the toy fair. So the NEC Toy Fair, so that's their biggest one, 580 stalls, and it is epic. I took a video, there's a video on this where I've kind of just panned up for the top and gone round to see all these kind of custom kind of figures. So many clever things. Again, just taking pictures of things that I thought were kind of fun. A punk Donatello and there's a Donatello in a disguise, 3D printed stuff. Like I was so impressed with some of the 3D stuff. Look at that! Look at the scale of it is just unbelievable. We get in at early access. We get in at 8 o'clock, and it took us 2 hours to get round just the first walk round. And then this is Rock and Roll Collectibles. Look at this, Andy, for all those wrestling figures. Yeah. And he's got piles more, so he's got piles more on his website and behind the bit. So if there's something you don't see, ask him and he can go and find it. And you're like, oh my goodness. And he's got a pile of horror stuff and pops. So that was dead cool. So that's only about half an hour outside for NEC. So that's a good one if you're like going to TFUKCon or you're going to TFN. This is a stop that's half an hour away, free parking, and is absolutely worthwhile going to. So worthwhile visiting. And then you've got 88 miles an hour, and that was the only picture I took 88 miles an hour because I was so tired and I wasn't really thinking. This made me happy, but because that's the first experience I had at a kind of proper vintage toy store where I learned something I didn't know, and it was about the 18 figures, and I had the small 3 3/4 size ones, and they had bad guys. That the 18 were articulated figures, all in these kind of jumpsuits, and then they had these 4 villains who were not articulated. They were more like your old Action Force figures, just the solid arms, solid legs. Totally did not look like they were in the same toy line at all. They just felt totally different. And it was only when I went to Space Bridge 3 years ago, I learned that not only had them in that scale, they had the same characters and figures in the bigger scale. So this is the first time I'd seen them in card either. I was just like, oh my god, that's amazing. I don't want to buy them because I don't really fucked in that rabbit hole. But so this is the only picture I took in 88 miles an hour, which again is if you're going to Minicon Manchester and you're coming for the south. So Pete, I know you tried to go to this. This was I feel for you tried to go to this and it was shut sadly. But 88 is a huge store and has got so many stuff. It's like a museum. Like going in to see it, it's like a museum. So that was my stops. It was epic. Very long weekend. Lots of driving. Nerdbase was great. As I say, we did it 2 years ago. It's probably one that every 3 or 4 years is worth. We maybe it was good to do it because it was my pal Kev's idea. He wanted to do Nerdbase. We did the NEC Toy Fair earlier, and he was like, "I'd really love to do Nerdbase again." I was like, "Well, let's just make it happen. Let's just do it." I love going to the NEC Toy Fair. Like I go to them there's one April, September, and December, and I go to them all now. It's my time to switch off. You know, when I'm at the TFNs or TFUKCon, I'm working. I don't really get a chance to really enjoy that aspect of looking at the toys and seeing the stuff. It's almost like a rush buy. You've seen it, Andy. Like sometimes I'm just rushing to try and grab something just so I can buy something. So these are my opportunity to kind of properly take time. And I have really fell in love with going down vintage stuff. Like I really wouldn't have said I was a vintage toy guy for years, but I'm thoroughly enjoying going to all these stores, going to the toy fairs and seeing all the kind of crazy stuff that's available.
Fantastic. Well, it was really good to see those photos, especially of the stores, because a lot of those stores you hear about, but I think if you don't really see what it is, you don't get. I got the nerd base looks amazing. I mean, they all did really, but nerd base, the size of it as well. You know, the scale of it looked fantastic. Has anybody else had any particular trips where you've gone? I know, Sam, for example, you've been lucky enough to kind of go to America for some of the conventions and things over there. Is there anywhere that you went that you were particularly impressed by, or where you picked something up that you weren't expecting to find?
Not so much pickup, but there's a store. There's now 2 of them. But when I go to Baltimore to see friends there and to Bobby's house, there's a shop called it's Eternia and Dreams, and it's like a nerd. It's very similar to like that nerd base, and it's just a huge toy shop, you know, vintage toy shop, and they've got stuff that I've never seen before. It's like exactly what Moff said. It's just staggering to walk around to see all this stuff, and to either you know about it, remember it, or you just never seen it before. And that's a good store. And they use that as kind of like a meeting place for when people go and all hang out for the weekend. So that's cool. I went to the Toy Fair as well, and that's the first one I'd been to. And I couldn't believe how much there's there. And you just walk around it. And I was walking around it at one point going, this is one hall, albeit a big hall, but it's one hall on one day. And there's probably a lot of these going on, in lots of places or throughout the world. And you think how much stuff we've made. No, not us on this call, because we probably haven't made any of it. But, how much stuff has been produced over the last, 50 years, probably 60 years. And it's just amazing. And how much of it's still around. It's mind-boggling. And looking at some of the stuff on Sunday I'd not seen before, but I love it when you just see someone looking at, I don't know, to me just a set of toy cars, but they're more than that, and you see these people looking at them and grabbing these things. It's brilliant when you walk around these things and these shops to see people collecting and listening to Moff say that, that's some of the best bits about it, isn't it?
I love the stories about the kind of random finds, like you said, Moff, about that Nucleon. Is it Nucleon?
Yeah.
Power Master Prime. I mean, the fact that you wouldn't have spotted it, but you just thought, what's that, and then realised that it was actually what it was.
Honestly, I was like a proper child. And it was really funny. So Dave, who came with me, he's one of my oldest friends. Isn't into Transformers at all. He's going to be coming to Reading to work on the stall, more just as I want to have experienced that aspect of working on the stall. But even he was like, "This is awesome! Look at this!" And I think he was starting to get a bit of the excitement around Transformers. Like I don't really collect wrestling figures until I'm in his company. When he starts talking about his passion, wrestling figures always makes me go, "Oh, I want to get some of these." And he was kind of starting to see that rub off, and I think that's the aspect that, very much I've been very lucky this year that I've had some awesome trips with some awesome people, and our wee toy trips that we've had, used to guys and Paul, have just been absolute highlights. And it's that aspect of going with your friends, seeing stuff you've not seen, chatting about it. I remember getting back to the car and I'm walking through how to play about with the headmasters and then seeing what yous have got, and it's great fun. It's just absolutely a great aspect of the community. Meeting friends, bumping into friends who I would never bump into in normal life, as in Brad and Virtual Dave. I saw Virtual Dave as well. That just made it even better. Sam and I had worked together to kind of make sure we were catching up. I saw Jamie. They were known, but when you're bumping into Brad, when Brad's walking along and I'm looking at him, going, that guy's t-shirt's dead killing, and I went, "Oh, that's Brad." And it's like, so that just, those lovely bits. And I met other people. I met Guzzy. I see Guzzy at that NEC one every time. So it's really, really good, and it is just lovely to see all these kind of people and kind of friends. And see, for me, I get to kind of interact with some of the traders as well, who I've kind of got a relationship with as well. So Joe for Leicester Vintage, Kev from Manic Miner. So that's really nice, and it's just kind of continually builds. And then people are just so wonderful and lovely. When you're telling them you're on a toy trip, they're so interested to hear where you're going to and where you've been. So really good.
That social aspect of it, though, is one of the best things, because it's nice to go on a toy trip and just go on a hunt and find something. But you do that with your friends, where you're all kind of looking for different things, or maybe you're looking for the same stuff, but you're having a laugh about it. And like you said, this year going on some of those trips with you guys has been the highlights of the year, along with your obvious TFNs and TFUKCons. But it's just really nice to do it with like-minded people. It's like the TFN, it's like the con idea, isn't it? You're there with people who are thinking the same way, but you all have your own slightly different tastes in whatever figures it is you're looking for. And I remember when we went to visit Cosmic Toyman, Cosmic Toys. Yes, Gareth.
Yeah.
And
I saw
we
him at NEC as well. Again, another person that I know
There you
chatting
go.
about these because of this.
And we looked around his store, and there were so many different things in there. But it was, you just walk around these places going, oh my God, oh, look at that. Oh, it's like
that was great,
you
that
do
shop.
revert to being a child more so than normal,
Yeah,
obviously. Sorry, Pete,
Yes.
I thought you were going to say something.
No. Just to echo your point, mate. I think if you end up going to one of the like NEC or Sandown,
Sandown's cracking.
this
Yeah.
part, it is like you've obviously got the bits that you love, albeit if it's not Transformers, trains, cars, whatever it is, but being at somewhere like the NEC or Sandown, it's almost like walking around a toy museum.
Yeah.
For me, and
Yeah.
that's the bit I love. I very rarely pick up much at somewhere like Sandown, but I just love walking around for hours because there's such cool stuff that you don't see because you're not looking for it.
Yep.
No.
And you won't see it at TFN, and you won't see it at TFUKCon, and you might not see it at Leicester Vintage or Nerd Base or something like that. But you end up at those toy fairs where it brings such a varied collection of toy retailers and toy traders and stuff. I love it. It's worth the admission just to walk around and have a look,
Yeah.
even if you don't find
It
it.
really is.
Yeah,
I love
definitely. Definitely.
What I think's funny is when we were booking our trips earlier in the year, and the girls were focusing on let's make sure there's a hot tub, let's make sure there's a hot tub. We were then going right, what toy shops are nearby? How can we get to a toy shop?
Focus on the things that matter. I love the bit where they said, "So you're gonna take the kids with you, right? You're gonna take the kids with you, right?" No,
It's not that kind of toy shop.
no. The kids would not appreciate these toys at the same levels that we can as adult toy collectors. That's the difference. Yeah, I still get it in the neck for my kids about that. Right. So, is there anywhere particularly then? Obviously, Moff, you've just recently been around. You've been to lots of toy stores and toy fairs in recent years, especially since your involvement with Primetime Toys. Is there any one place that each of you would recommend? And Sam, that can include somewhere in the US, because we do have US viewers who, there might be somewhere you might recommend for them, or even any of our UK viewers who are going over there on a trip. Would anybody like to go first?
I'll go first.
Don't all rush at once.
So the one I would love to go back to, and I'm hoping to at some point based on holidays, is Space Bridge. Space Bridge is really good. It's proper. It's proper south, proper down south, like South Coast. So we did it 2 years in a row when we did Butlins and Bognor Regis. It's close by, if you're kind of down that way, and it's really good. I've kind of built a relationship up with Paul, so that's really nice. But the other one, if you're just looking for an epic toy store, you cannot go wrong with In Demand. In Demand's a great store, and like Nick's just lovely. Like, I think that's the bit that I enjoy, is going, because I now give that relationship with the kind of owners. It's like, it's good to go see people as well. We did the Kapow one. That was, that's not one you can just you walk in on. That was Andy and the lads inviting us in, and seeing that I think that's getting a peek behind the curtain. Like, that's the bit that I quite enjoy, having the Primetime Toys connection. Lets me have a wee bit peek behind the curtain of some of the stuff, and you're just like, wow.
You were talking shop with Andy and the boys, and I was just running around going, "Oh, look at that! Oh, look at that!"
Yeah.
Just in a warehouse of toys. It was mad.
I've not been to In Demand or Kapow, and I should go in. It's not a million miles away from me, but an hour and a half. I can get to know.
I do need to go to In Demand. So many people have said that it's just, you've got to go and have a look at the actual store part, because I bought so many things from them. I may as well go and have a look in the store at some point. Maybe before the Reading Mini-Con this year. Maybe it'll be somewhere I can stop on the way down. Pete, is there anywhere you've been to particularly, or anywhere maybe local to you down south, that you would recommend for people?
To be fair, we don't, apart from Sandown, which is still a good trip away, we don't have much in this local area. I think it would be stuff like In Demand and Nerd Base. When on my 40th, it seems so long ago now. It's mental.
Oh, it's 20 years ago, so come on.
Dickhead.
Love you.
We did Nerd Base and stuff like that. It was cool. It really was a cool store. But no, I don't. I tend to save it for when we go places together. Yeah, always go with my wife, isn't it? We go off on our travel.
Enjoy it on the same levels like the children. It's all about levels.
The eyes burning into your head.
Anyway, let's not dig ourselves in any deeper with that one. Sam, give us the US perspective, maybe, or maybe just somewhere in the UK that you've been to that you thought that was worth visiting, that was good fun.
I mean, so, similar to what Pete said, around me, this area, there's not really any. We have a small little comic shop in the town down the road, but I've not been anywhere different than any of you the guys have already said, really. The one I mentioned in America, in that Maryland area, is good. There's two of them now. They're huge shops, but I'm sure there's lots of other ones around, America that are the same. But I think it's just go to well, not all, well, why not go to all of them? Find a mate and go and hang out and look at cool stuff. I think.
What about Battersea? Because that's a bit different from obviously the ones that we've been talking about. But that is like an event place to visit, isn't it? If you're down that way,
I would. Yeah, I think if you're looking at not that vintage style, but more of just a shop, then absolutely. I think as well the power station is worth visiting.
Yeah.
Regardless, I said I love it there. But yeah, the shop's great, so absolutely go. I think you can make an afternoon of it just by going and hanging out at the power station and having a look around because
Chicken Nando's afterwards.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think and that's a good. They all should become that sort of hub, can't they? They're good places to meet, aren't they? Yeah. They're a good place to meet up, have a wander around, whatever shop it is. As Moff says, get something to eat, hang out, and that's the beauty of it, isn't it? That it's the reason to go in a sense.
Yeah.
And walking around a shop with someone else is so much more fun, isn't it? Than on your own, and it's for obvious reasons. But especially
somebody who's got the same interests. You can talk to them about it and say, "What do you think? Is this worth picking up? What condition do you think this is in?" Yeah. Especially if you're going to be collecting G1 toys, rather, what you really need is your own Russ. Just bring him along with you, just to check that everything's kosher, nothing's a KO. It's always
nice having on speed dial all the time. Just walk around with him. If he's not there, just want FaceTime. Look, what is this?
Look at this.
Yeah, come on.
What do you tell me?
I was seeing Russ's collection 2 years ago when I did the toy trip, and Russ invited me and Kev to come see his collection.
I'd like to see that.
I genuinely got emotional. Like I was like, I'm struggling a bit here. It was unreal.
Anger and jealousy.
Stuff that I never. And I still don't know if he's noticed the stuff I put in my pocket.
Don't talk about that.
But no, genuinely, I didn't really know Russ at that point, and for him to offer that up to end my trip pretty much on was so generous and kind of him. I've got a really good relationship with Russ now, but he didn't know me at that point really, and offer it up, and then getting a chance to see stuff that I never thought I would ever see in person was unreal. Like it's so unreal. And there are points at toy stores, like the first time I did Kapow and Andy dropped us in one of his bits, and there was like a G1 Metroplex boxed in mint condition just kicking about as if it was nothing, and I was just like, this is just what? How is this possible to see these things? And I think that's it. The stuff that previously maybe would have been back at a dealer's table, you're not really getting a chance to see it, and then you get a chance to get up close and personal with these things. It's just unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Just very quickly on that Kapow thing, what was quite strange, and I think they've touched on it recently when they've been bringing stuff out from the warehouse they didn't realize they had, was literally that like I was looking around and finding something and asking questions about it, and they're like, oh, I didn't realize we had that. It's like, oh my god, this is like, you can't buy these.
They're real, and they've just got them kicking about.
Yeah, you've got like a box full of them. Fantastic. Up here in the north, the wilds of the north where I live, there's not a hell of a lot of vintage toy stores, but there is places like PM Collectibles, which is in Middlesbrough. That's a nice little shop. They've got some nice vintage 80s and 90s toys in there that you can pick up, and it's where I got the G1 Roadblock in a robot from them, and they're nice folks in there. You've got obviously Forbidden Planet in Newcastle is I mean, you know, not to push the big corporate things, but like the Forbidden Planet in Newcastle is nice, and the people who run it are nice as well. You know, they'll come and chat to you, which isn't always the case, I find, with all Forbidden Planets everywhere. I'm looking at you, Forbidden Planet leads. Where else? There is Independent Toy Traders, as they call themselves, on Facebook, who are based actually in a cafe. So they're in a cafe called Only Foods and Sauces. Very good.
Oh,
was it Only Foods and Sauces?
I want to go to that just because that's clever. Like,
yeah,
exactly.
It really is.
They do. That's in Newton Aycliffe, and that's a nice little stop-off point. It isn't a massive shop, so basically it's a room. There's the cafe part, and then just next to it is a room that they sell the toys from, and they have all the cabinets and everything. But I've picked up some nice bits from them, and they're nice guys in there as well. And of course, you've got the toy fairs that we have kind of around the northeast here. We have some kind of like around Durham Way and Teesside and things like that. So there are places up in the north of England you can go. But I have to admit, every time I go to Leicester Vintage, I just walk around going like it's that thing of reverting to being like a child. Oh my god, it's that. Oh my, I haven't seen that since. Or the best feeling in the world, I've never seen one of those in person. And then
yes,
especially if you can afford it as well. If you've got the money and you can go, oh my god, I can buy this thing that is almost mythical to me. That's a wonderful feeling. And that's another part of
why the conventions are like that as well. Like my very first auto assembly was 2012, and I saw a G1 Fort Max for the first time, and I was just like, you look at these pictures of these things, and we've all done it. Looked at pictures of them on the internet numerous times. When you see something in person, there's just such a different experience to it.
Yeah,
and it just is like, this is incredible.
It can change your whole perspective on a figure that you maybe didn't feel that much of a need to pick up, and then you see it in person, and just whatever it is just makes you go, wow, actually I need to get that. I have to add that to the collection, which is why it's dangerous as well, because then we're all bankrupt, or at least we run out of space and have to move the children out.
Yep.
Boys, we were going to do a second discussion, but time is ticking on. We are almost 2 hours and 20 minutes. Do we want to whiz through the non-transforming Transformers discussion quickly, or save it? What do you think, boys?
I think that's a good one to save, because that's a good conversation. There's a big detailed conversation there. Different ones there is now, surely.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of companies, and they're doing good work, but is there quite a lot of overlap in what they're doing, I suppose, and that's quite a big conversation, as you say. Right then, well, we'll call it a night. Thank you very much for tuning in, everybody who's been a part of the live chat, as always, contributing. It's always lovely to see you all in there and to read your contributions. Thank you to Pete for sharing those during tonight, and obviously helping out with the hosting, with Paul not being able to be here tonight. I'm sure, fingers crossed, he will be back next week to helm this wonderful ship on our journey through toys. Thank you so much to Sam and Moff for joining us as well. It is always a pleasure to spend time in your company, whether it's virtually or in person.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thank you.
We will be back next week with more nonsense. I mean, Transformers and everything else. And we will look forward to seeing you all then. But for now, we'll say goodnight.
It's time for Transformers, the show! From Michael Bay to Marvel, UK, and everyone all in between. Breaking news and toy reviews, every robot turns wet green. Grab a brew and join the crew, become part of our scene.
dick.